first intermission. Canada captain Sidney Crosby will undergo an MRI to determine the severity of the lower body injury he suffered in the 4-3 OT win over Czechia. Mavericks guard Kyrie Irving will miss the rest of this NBA season as he continues to recover from last year's knee surgery. His agent told ESPN the move's all about Kyrie being 1,000% and giving himself the best chance to chase an NBA championship next season. He should then look to move on from rebuilding Dallas, says ESPN's Kendrick Perkins.
I'm looking at the Minnesota Timberwolves and I'm looking at the Milwaukee Bucks. If I'm Kyrie Irving, I continue to rehab, but I'm watching the remaining of this season and in the postseason, and I'm monitoring and see where Minnesota falls, if they underachieve, and obviously the Milwaukee Bucks.
Irving's owed $39 million next season. He holds a $42 million player option for the 2027-2028 season.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Thursday, we ask a two-time Super Bowl champion with the Steelers if the criticism Mike Tomlin has gotten from players is fair or foul. It's Unsportsmanlike, weekday mornings beginning at 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN 2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
So. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Oh, by the way, it's hump day.
It's hump day.
Yeah.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It's hump day, Mike.
Hump day.
Like it is every Wednesday.
It's hump day.
Something that doesn't happen every Wednesday at this time.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
LSU playing baseball.
Hump day.
That is, however, happening right now.
It's hump day.
Tigers leading Nicholls 6-1.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Day baseball.
Hump day.
At the box.
It's hump day.
Quit school, kids.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Drop out.
Hump day.
Quit your job, adults.
It's hump day.
Go to the box.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Cheer on the Tigers.
Hump day.
6-1.
It's hump day.
Big Papa at the plate.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You sticking with Big Papa?
Hump
You like it?
day.
You like it? Big Papa?
Love it, yes.
Yeah. Paul?
It's hump day.
Big Papa?
Sure, why not?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
I think it's stupid.
Hump day.
But he likes it.
It's hump day.
So,
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
y'all gonna go with it?
Hump day.
Ryan Roberts here in about 10 minutes.
It's hump day.
He'll talk about the combine.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Jason Swain next hour.
Hump day.
He'll talk about Tennessee.
It's hump day.
Tigers and Balls play up in Knoxville.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Just 9 months away.
Hump day.
Let's get ready for it.
It's hump day.
Mark Wise will be here in hour 3.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
He talks about basketball.
Hump day.
Nobody here talks about basketball.
It's hump day.
Is there anyone who can come save us and actually make people care about basketball?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Maybe.
Hump day.
Mark Wise will answer that question.
It's hump day.
After the break. Good night.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Okay, let's get rolling here. Let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
We will keep you posted on the baseball game as it goes along. My guess is that most of you, if you're interested in the baseball game, you're watching the baseball game. So maybe have the baseball game on, sound down, hang out with us here. Tigers are leading 6-1. Solo homer off of Zach Cowan in the first. Tigers responded with a 5 spot in the bottom of the first. Trent Carraway had a grand slam. That was the big damage there. Tigers would add another run on an RBI ground out by Jake Brown in the second. So 6-1 is the score. We've seen now Cowan, Dothy, Theophilus, and Santiago Garcia is on the mound right now. So LSU is going to use a lot of pitchers. So whenever this one ends, we'll get you caught up in what you need to know and what you missed throughout it, and we'll get some reaction and all that good stuff. So Tigers right now leading 6-1 against Nicholls at the box. They are in the bottom of the fifth right now with a runner on first and 2 outs. Seth Darter at the plate. So we'll keep you posted as this moves along. Just a quick thought here. I'm not going to break down the LSU game against Texas yesterday. But if you watch the game or kept an eye on it, I mean, LSU's playing out the string here. They got down by 15. They rallied in the second half, made it close. 3 straight empty possessions when they had an opportunity to tie or take the lead. And they ended up losing again. So they're 2-11. And they'll play out the string and they'll miss the NCAA tournament for the 4th consecutive year under Matt McMahon. And, a day ago before that game tipped, we had Verge Osbury on the show with us. And we talked about a lot, and primarily the reason to have Verge on the show was we're talking about the jersey patch deal and a lot of what's going on, just fundamentally within the athletic department in this era of needing to be fundraisers and find new revenue streams. But we did talk to Verge about Matt McMahon and the LSU basketball program. And he told us that he hasn't made a decision yet on Matt McMahon's future, that he talks to Matt McMahon every week, and that Matt understands the landscape of college athletics. You make a lot of lots, assumed and expected. For me, a day ago we were here and I did a 3-hour show, and not once in 3 hours, not once, literally not one time, over the course of a 3-hour show, did we even mention that LSU was playing basketball at Texas. Not once, 3-hour show. Didn't even mention it. Not even, hey, tip time. And zero. Zero, not a mention. And I keep going back to the conversation that we've had a lot about the future of the men's basketball program. And the finance, and it's in the conversation we had with Verge. The thing that struck me when he talked about the men's basketball program is none of the conversation we had was about Matt McMahon's coaching ability, wins, losses, any of that stuff. It was all about if it was financially responsible to fire him and pay the buyout money and all that sort of stuff. And it's something I think that we all have to get accustomed to in this era of college athletics, where a lot of times decisions are going to be made not based on necessarily X and O's, things like that. They're going to be driven by finances, because all of that has been adjusted now with the revenue share. So you have to take on an additional $20 million line item every year. And so that has to be considered. So, and that's going to drive a lot of these decisions that are made for LSU in a lot of different sports. And the conversation that we had and that I asked him was, LSU presently has a team ranked in 18 of the 21 varsity sports. And so, can you afford to be great in everything? Or do you have to choose? Because it costs money to be good in everything. Not just paying coaches' salaries anymore, but obviously paying for your roster and everything that trickles down through it. And so the question becomes, if you start spreading your resources wide, try to be good at everything, are you then sacrificing being elite in the few things you want to be elite at? Now, football is always going to get whatever it needs because that's driving the bus. But when you look at men's basketball, clearly you're going to need a massive investment to be nationally relevant and competitive. And that's also the only other revenue-generating sport on campus. So my point will continue to be, it's the biggest missed opportunity, being bad in men's basketball, being irrelevant in men's basketball. LSU is going to have to make the decision what level of commitment they have in men's basketball. Because if you run it back with Matt McMahon again, the buy-in will be zero, because you're not going to have people step up to fund a roster for next year. You're just gonna flush another season down the toilet. Collect your television money, being a part of the SEC, and whatever season ticket holder loyalists hang on to their seats and pay their basketball tradition fund, and you'll just be terrible again. Or do you make a change and try to actually inject some life into that program and try to be good? And the question is, can you afford to be? Or do you take those resources, do you give them to baseball and Jay Johnson or Kim Mulkey in women's basketball? Or do you take resources away from women's basketball, which loses almost $8 million a year, and give them to men's basketball to try to let them be even better or to be able to make the change you need? Those are the decisions Verge Osbury has to make right now. And they're unenviable decisions that he has to make. And it's cloudier than it's ever been trying to make those decisions, because it's not as simple as cut and dry as saying, you've missed the NCAA tournament 4 consecutive years. That's unacceptable. We're moving on as a program. It's, you've missed the NCAA tournament 4 consecutive years. We probably should move on from you. But if we invest the resources to do that, that's resources we're not putting into football or baseball or women's basketball or gymnastics or other sports that we need to try to win. Maybe the bigger question is, can you afford not to be good at men's basketball in an era where you're trying to generate new revenue? Your biggest missed opportunity continues to be the lowly men's basketball program. So Tigers are 2-11 in the league, tied with South Carolina, bringing up the rear. Carolina's overall record is 11-15, so LSU one spot out of the cellar, and it's not going to get any better. They play a ranked Alabama team. They got to go to Ole Miss. You got a shot to beat Oklahoma in Baton Rouge here in a couple of weeks, but then you got to go to Auburn and then against Texas A&M. So maybe you get to. Maybe beat Oklahoma, get to 3 wins. Could you steal one somewhere else, get to 4? Maybe. But it's it's certainly disappointing, but a big decision Verge Osbury has ahead of him, one that clearly as he told us a day ago, he's not yet made. All right, it's After Further Review. We're glad you're with us. Show Open Every Day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light. Programs that do win, LSU Baseball. National champions, of course, they've got the commemorative National Championship 16-ounce aluminum bottle available at great local retailers. Make sure you grab a commemorative box of those 16-ounce aluminum bottles. The white tiger stripe logo with the national championship logo on it as well. Pick it up at great local retailers. Stock your fridge. If you're heading out to the box, make sure you drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of the LSU Tigers, the official beer of AFR. All right, y'all, it's After Further Review. We'll knock out a quick break. Come back. Combines next week in Indy. We'll get a little bit of a preview with Ryan Roberts, who covers the draft. We'll do that next at AFR.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by the Watermark and the Renaissance. Watermark downtown, Renaissance Southtown, right there on Bluebonnet. Of course, Renaissance, sprawling, gorgeous hotel with more than 30,000 square feet of meeting space. An absolutely amazing spot to go host whatever event that you have. I've been to galas and fundraisers and awards banquets and all different types of events at Renaissance Baton Rouge. And it's so convenient right there at I-10 and Bluebonnet. It's between Perkins Row and the Mall of Louisiana on the other side of the street on Bluebonnet. You know where Renaissance Baton Rouge is. But you walk in and it's gorgeous. The thing about Renaissance, as I've learned, is every Renaissance is unique to that market. So they have decor that is specific to the cultural significance of that market. You'll notice that when you walk into Renaissance Baton Rouge. Of course, Tallulah, the restaurant there inside of Renaissance Baton Rouge. Check it out. Watermark Downtown and Renaissance Baton Rouge.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email LockeMeredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you'll likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
NFL Combines next week in Indy. Tigers will have 11 players representing LSU. Ryan Roberts covers the draft for A to Z Sports. Good enough to hang out with us. He's on Twitter at RiseNDraft. You can get him there. Hey, man, how are you?
I'm doing good, Matt. How are you?
Doing very well, thank you. LSU sending 11 players to the Combine. Who are you most interested in watching if you could only watch one LSU Tiger at the Combine?
I mean, I think it's like a super cliche, but I think it would be Mansour Delane just because he was obviously such a joy to watch this year at LSU because I was a fan of him at Virginia Tech, but I thought he had a little bit of a down year in 2024, which is the reason that he decided to come back for another year. But, I mean, he was dynamite for LSU, and he was arguably the best corner in all of college football. And I think that most the NFL side are very high on Mansour, but I do think there's a couple things that Mansour still could show in Indianapolis if he chooses the test. And I think that the long speed conversation is probably the thing that people are most curious about. Outside of that, it's just, you know, clearing all the checkpoints that the NFL draft involves, right? Like the medicals, answer the interview side of things, and just, you know, this is a months long job interview at this point, right? So like you just want to check as much boxes as possible. But I really do think that Mansour Delane has a chance to kind of solidify things with a potential top 15 pick in April.
It's so interesting, man, because when you said super cliche, I was assuming you were going to go Nussmeier because of just the quarterbacks, and he's obviously a fascinating guy. Hey, by the way, do you think Delane is the first corner off the board in the draft?
I think it's going to really depend on Jermod McCoy's medicals at this point, because obviously he missed the entirety of the season after tearing his ACL in the spring. I think that there's a little bit of a split in the NFL, because the thing that Delane brings to the table is that Delane's a little bit more of a versatile piece in terms of, like, he's played a lot of inside during his time at Virginia Tech especially. He's even played some safety during his career. So, like, he's kind of like that mix and match type of corner that can kind of do a lot of different things. Kind of like a Chris Harris of sorts that used to play for the Denver Broncos. I think there's an interesting parallels between those two players. But McCoy's kind of viewed as like the more maybe physically upside type of outside pure press man corner. So I really think it's going to depend on the medicals. I think he has a good chance, but, like, honestly, it's a little bit cliche, but I really think it's 50-50 right now, man. And how the next few weeks and next couple months go, I think is really going to determine who ends up being the first corner off the board.
It's funny you mentioned Delane playing safety. I remember we had talked a little bit about that, went out for the first day of practice and was like, oh, no. He's going to play. He's going to play corner. He was so clearly the best corner on. It may be different in the NFL, right? But it's like he was so clearly the best corner at LSU last year, and obviously one of the best in the country. But it was funny, we did have those conversations early about if he'd end up playing safety at LSU. But what a year for Mansour Delane, a unanimous All-American. But let's talk about Garrett Nussmeier. It seems like his performance at the Senior Bowl elevated him in the minds of many who had questions. How much more work is left for Garrett Nussmeier to do next week in Indy?
Well, I mean, it's the most in-depth process of any position, obviously. I mean, it's the most important position, not just in football, but in all of sports, the quarterback position. So I think he still has a lot of, I don't even want to call it questions as much as, like, there's just some things that people just kind of want to, again, check off that list. And with him dealing with, like, the oblique and, missing some time this year and not really living up to expectations compared to what it was in the preseason, there are a lot of unanswered things that he's going to be asked about countlessly, right? Like, NFL teams are going to stare him right in the eye during their availability, and they're going to ask him, like, hey, Garrett, before the year, we thought that you might be the first quarterback off the board. What happened, man? Like, let's talk about it. Like, let's break down this year. So he needs to check the boxes from the meeting perspective. But I also do think it's the medical side of things. I mean, he weighed in at Senior Bowl at 202 pounds, and obviously he's a lighter-framed guy, and I think what you're coming off of an injury, there's going to be question marks as far as, like, your body type and how you're going to withstand the wear and tear of the NFL season. So I think medicals are in terms of just getting that cleared. But, like, I really hope, after being 202 in Mobile, that Garrett comes and he's closer to, like, 210, 215, somewhere in that ballpark. I hope they've been reshaping his body a little bit, because you got to showcase that you can really withstand that punishment from a week-to-week perspective. So I think that's the biggest couple things. Outside of that, it'd be great if he has a nice throwing session. But they've seen him throw a bunch of passes. I really do think it's just kind of easing people's minds from the frame perspective and answering some of those hard questions to why his final season did not live up to standards.
Ryan Roberts is with us on Twitter at Rise and Draft, the letter N, Rise and Draft, if you want to follow him there, A to Z Sports. Harold Perkins is another fascinating guy, right? Former 5-star, exploded as a freshman. The rest of his career just never really matched what he did as a freshman for a lot of reasons. Where does he project, Ryan? And what's the scuttle around in NFL circles about Perkins?
Yeah, it's very conflicted, to be honest. I mean, obviously what he did as a true freshman as, a de facto pass rusher, right? Like, he's basically a designated pass rusher. And I mean, he showed that he is an explosive athlete who, before last season, scouts were estimating that he was going to run somewhere between like 4.39 and 4.42. Like, we're talking about like a really special athlete on the second level. But to your point, and kind of the weird part of his career, is that he goes from pass rusher, which we knew that he was never going to be that full time in the NFL because he's 6 foot, 220 pounds. So, like, he just doesn't have the body type for it. But he just, with some of the injuries and inconsistencies and kind of playing between a couple different spots, like playing kind of that more of that overhang role, playing some will, it's just left things very uneasy. And I do think that there is the conversation of he needs a creative defensive coordinator to try to get the best out of his abilities. At will, I thought there were progress this year playing as a true stack backer, but I just think that his best attributes are his ability to kind of move around and freelance a little bit. Like, that's where you kind of highlight the athlete more than anything. So everyone kind of lost their minds with what, like, Kyle Lewis from Pittsburgh, the linebacker, did during the Senior Bowl. I think that that's how you need to sell Harold Perkins as well. Like, this is a movable chess piece on the second level. I still think he has a chance to go top 100, probably somewhere in the third, if not early day 3. But I really do think that he needs to kind of find a niche and a selling point to a team that is willing to be a little bit maybe off the beaten path and a little bit creative, because he needs that in order to maximize his skill set, I think.
Yeah, that's a really good analysis. If we bounce back to the offensive side, there's going to be 4 LSU receivers at the Combine: Aaron Anderson, Barry Brown, Chris Hilton, Xavion Thomas. Of that group, who interests you the most and why?
Now, before the season, I loved Aaron Anderson. Like, I was infatuated with him because I really think that he is an easy projection to the NFL level in terms of, it feels like we have these slot receivers who are just easy separators and can wait after the catch that stick around forever. You know, like those guys just kind of find a way. And Aaron in 2024 was awesome. And then obviously this year, banged up, he wasn't available, wasn't even himself, honestly, when he was available at times. So I really do still like the floor of Aaron Anderson, but I mean, I think he was a borderline like top 100 to top 150 player going into the year. And I think he hurt himself a little bit with just that campaign. But I still like the floor of the player, even though he's undersized, even if he has some deficiencies in terms of that catch radius and all that type of stuff. I still think he has a solid point that he's going to be able to stick on the NFL. And I really feel the same about Xavion Thomas, kind of like the do-it-all gadget type of guy. Like, I think there's a role for that player. And I think that he actually did have a lot of bright moments in 2025 in an offense that did not have a lot of bright moments. So yeah. I think Thomas, I think Anderson, Hilton just never lived up to the expectation, but I'm fully anticipating Chris Hilton and Barry Brown to both go to the Combine and run high 4.2s, low 4.3s. Like, they're going to do that type of stuff.
Yeah. Is Chris Hilton, do you think he gets drafted?
I don't know if he gets drafted. If he does, he's a borderline like 6th to 7th rounder. It's not a priority free agent. But I think Chris probably sticks just because I do think his speed and just willingness to kind of do some of the dirty work, I think that stuff does kind of give you a nice floor to finding a roster, right? So I would not bet against him not making a roster, but I do think he's a little bit borderline right now in terms of if he's going to get drafted. But, man, we've been seeing him a lot. I mean, he was at like different all-star events. He's going to be in the Combine, so he's going to have plenty of opportunities to showcase himself in front of these scouts.
Ryan, a couple more for you. Outside of the LSU storylines, what do you think is the biggest talking point next week in Indy?
I think it's the differentiation between the top 3 quote-unquote pass rushers in the draft. I personally do think Arvell Reese is a true linebacker who can also do a lot of cool sub things, you know, in passing situations. But I think that we are going to measure David Bailey versus Ruben Bain versus Arvell Reese all week. And then obviously the talking point is going to be about Ruben Bain's arm length. But then from there, it's going to be about, hey, but how much do you care about that arm length? Like, we know he's an outlier, but when you measure up against David Bailey, who's a little bit more of a designated pass rusher, kind of an average run defender, versus Ruben Bain, who's a high floor run defender, but maybe doesn't have the pass rush upside to David Bailey. I really think it's going to be interesting just comparing and contrasting those defensive players, because between those 3 guys, one of them is going to be the first defensive player off the board. I think we're going to start to get more and more indications of what that order potentially could be in a couple months.
What do you project the Saints do at 8?
So I'm in between 2 different things. I think one is the best pass rusher available, you know, right? Whether that is Ruben Bain or David Bailey potentially gets there, or even Arvell Reese is kind of a do-it-all player. I think that would be super intriguing. Outside of that, I'm kind of infatuated with giving them Jeremiah Love, man. Like, I am. It's so interesting because I know obviously Alvin's on the back end of the career, but my comp for Jeremiah Love is Alvin Kamara with a little bit more home run juice. So not even a little bit, more home run juice, right? So I think him learning from a guy like Alvin Kamara, even if it's brief, I think could do a lot of wonders for like the stability aspect of things. But I really do think that you got more out of Tyler Shuck in year 1 than I think a lot of people expected. Now it's time to really keep putting playmakers around him. And I think a player like Jeremiah Love with his run-pass threat could potentially unlock some things in that Saints offense that you need under Kellen Moore.
Yeah, I just threw up under the table. You didn't see that because we're on the phone. I just threw up at the idea of taking a running back in the top 10. But I'm gonna hope like hell that the New Orleans Saints do not agree with you and a lot of our listeners. A lot of people here want the Saints to take Jeremiah Love. I am just allergic to the idea of a running back in the top 10. But long way to go. Ryan Roberts, A to Z Sports. Give him at Rise and Draft on Twitter. Go give him a follow there. Hey, man, thanks for the time. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Matt. Thank you so much.
Okay, man. Be well. It's after further review. Brought to you by Rouse's, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Speaking of which, Rouse's.com. 76 Rouse's locations. Love it. You know, over the past month or so, they opened up their 10 newest locations to get them to 76. Rouses.com is where you can find the locations nearest you. You probably know where they are. King cake season is past, but y'all, you know what time it is now. We're in a Lent. Means you're going to start having Fridays where no meat. If you're a practicing Catholic, you're going to be looking for all those Friday seafood options. Rouse's got you covered. Crawfish boiled every single day at their in-house boiling rooms. Go on by and get them. It's Rouses. Rouses.com. Rouses.com. Rouses. I just opened up their Facebook. Crawfish price drop. Look at that. Live crawfish, $4.96 a pound. Get on by and get it. Rouses. This feels like home. All right, it's after further review, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Hump Day Show is brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. We'll talk a lot about the Combine next week with the goings-on in Indy, see how the LSU guys do. I think Nuss is certainly the most interesting storyline. Perkins, very high-profile player. We'll see, but no shortage. I mean, 11 LSU Tigers making the trip. So, A&M has 13, Bama had 12, LSU and Ohio State 11 each. So a lot of Tigers be getting some work done next week in Indy. We'll follow it along as we get closer to the draft. All right, it's after further review. We'll knock out a quick break, come back, go around the SEC. LSU 6-1 on top of Nicholls there. They're bottom 6 with no outs. And runner on first. We'll keep you posted with that is Braun at the plate. So we'll keep you posted as this moves along. It's AFR.
After further review.
How much is your home worth? I don't know. You haven't had it appraised lately? That's okay. Well, look, you can certainly get a realtor out, get someone out to appraise your home, or something that's easy and totally free, and you can do in like literally 30 seconds, like before I'm done talking, is you can go to agent225.com. Agent225.com. That's Darren James's website, agent225.com. On the homepage of the website, they have this little tool there. It says home value. If you're on desktop, it's bottom right. If you're on mobile, just scroll. You'll see it says home value. All you do is you just punch in your street address, and then it'll use local market data. So it's like one of the big national things. This uses actual local market data to know and comp what your home value is worth within a very realistic range. And it's totally free. So check it out at agent225.com, agent225.com. Thinking about selling your home? You want to know what your home's worth? Find out right now. Agent225.com.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Investing in a new roof doesn't have to be overwhelming. At Pelican Roofing, we offer 0 interest for 21 months because everyone deserves a safe, secure home.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
March Madness is heading to Vegas, and LouisianaSports.net is sending one of you with it, plus a friend. We're giving away 3-night Vegas getaway from Wednesday, March 18th through Saturday, March 21st, just in time to watch all the madness. Hotel stay and flights covered, and all you have to do to enter is head to LouisianaSports.net and click the March Madness getaway link. Sign up now before our March Madness Pick'em launches. Get yourself entered, and you could be watching the tournament from Vegas instead of your couch. Winner will be announced Monday, March 2nd.
Easy. LouisianaSports.net. Flights, hotel. Go watch the first 2 days of March Madness in Vegas. You kidding me? Oh, wouldn't you do that? Totally free to enter. Over at LouisianaSports.net, LouisianaSports.net. Baseball Tigers hanging on 6-1. Fireworks early. 5-spot in the first. Caraway with the grand slam. Been a little bit of a stalemate since. But game moving along there as they are bottom 6 now with 2 out as Curiel just flied out to center. So keep you posted as LSU and Nicholls make their way through the remainder of the ball game. Go around the SEC in just a quick second. Really interesting story today that you might have seen. The weird winding road that Jaden Rashada has taken has had one chapter of it end. Remember, Rashada was one of the highest profile quarterbacks in the in his signing class. He had an NIL deal at Florida and ultimately sued Billy Napier and Florida booster Hugh Hathcock for what is said to be the NIL deal, which was worth as much as $13.85 million. Like, that was the NIL deal that they had agreed to. And remember, this was in the collective era when things didn't have to go through a clearinghouse. Well, Rashada says they defrauded him, backed out of that promised NIL deal. He never plays at Florida. He ends up going to Arizona State, then transfers to Georgia. Then this past season ended up at Sacramento State. And now Jaden Rashada is at Mississippi State. We don't know the terms of this settlement. Rusty Harden is his attorney, Rashada's attorney. But said basically Rashada he's made his point, wants to move on. Also probably tired of paying lots of legal fees, and also has just not been a very good college football player. You want to talk about a gigantic miss in all the recruiting services. As a freshman at Arizona State, he made just 82 passing attempts, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks. Didn't play at Georgia in 2024, and then this year at Sacramento State, just 42 passing attempts for 264 yards, a touchdown, a pick. So for his career, over 3 collegiate seasons with 3 different programs, he is 61 of 124 for 749 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 4 picks. That's across 3 seasons. Now, he only played in 2 of them, but maybe better luck with Jeff Lebby in that offense there at Mississippi State. But Mississippi State also has a dynamic young quarterback that we got to see at the end of last year, who I think a lot of people are very high on in Starkville. So does Rashada even get on the field there? Maybe an interesting spring battle. I don't know. I don't cover Mississippi State every day to know which way they might be leaning there. But the Rashada case, anyway, the legal proceedings are done. Part of me looks at it and goes, man, if you're Jaden Rashada, I guess if there's a settlement on the table that's worth it, you do it. But at the same time, you're certainly never, as you've seen the way 3 years in college have played out, you're never going to have the earning potential you do of whatever damages you're going to collect from this legal proceeding. So I guess you could always go to court and there's a chance you could lose. So you take the settlement, take what you can make. But Jaden Rashada, the Florida case now closed, and he's off to see if he can do it in the SEC at Mississippi State. All right, it's after further review. We are brought to you by Evermore, EVAMOR, Evermore.com. Always keep my bottle of Evermore here on set with me. Drink Evermore every single day. Encourage you to do the exact same. Remember, this is natural artesian water, and it matters. And I challenge you to do this. I challenge you to get a bottle of whatever water you normally drink and grab a bottle of Evermore, drink them side by side, tell me you don't taste the difference. It's so strange that because I drink, not strange, it's true, because I drink Evermore every day, like if I go to a restaurant and they bring like tap water in a glass, it's kind of repulsive. Like you will notice the difference of the purity of natural artesian water and why it is a better, healthier alternative. Listen, you can go read reviews. They don't ever make medical claims or health claims or anything like that, but you can go read reviews of things people have said about drinking and integrating Evermore into their daily diet and part of their lifestyle. I mean, I use Evermore in my Keurig. That's what I drink. It's a healthier alternative, and it's a Louisiana product. Find the great local retailers near you that have and carry Evermore, or you can order online at evermore.com. EVAMOR, evermore.com, evermore.com. Okay, do it every day about this time. Let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference. The Oklahoma Sooners.
Sooners expected to hire DeLan McCullough as their new running backs coach. Pete Nakos had it first. Sooner Scoop reported it also. So he replaces DeMarco Murray. Of course, DeMarco Murray, the former Oklahoma running back, who is outgoing. McCullough spent this past year with the Raiders as their running backs coach. Now, where he coached Ashton Jeanty. Now he's headed back to college, where it'd be the first time that he'll be back since he began his coaching career in college football in the year 2000. He's bounced back and forth with the NFL and college.
The Auburn Tigers.
Keyshawn Hall will play for Auburn this weekend against Mississippi State. Just a one-game suspension for Auburn's leading scorer. They'll play Wednesday, according to the SEC's availability report, which was released on Tuesday night. Been an eventful week for Hall. Traveled but did not play in the loss to Arkansas over the weekend after Stephen Pearl said he didn't live up to the standard and expectations of the program. Hall's averaging almost 21 points per game this season, but Hall will be available tonight, Wednesday, against Mississippi State.
The Tennessee Volunteers.
Forward J.P. Estrella is doubtful against Oklahoma on Wednesday, according to the availability report, dealing with what's being termed a lower extremity injury. Sounds painful. Did not participate in Tuesday's practice that was open to the media. Estrella's averaging 9 and 5 in 17 minutes per game.
The Kentucky Wildcats.
And Kentucky shortstop Tyler Bell, his future uncertain, according to Nick Mingione. Bell injured his shoulder in the season opener diving for a ball, and he would. They said he missed the rest of the season and the midweek contest against Morehead State. Mingione said he underwent testing. With testing being done, no decision yet, though, made whether he'll be shut down long-term or what the timeline may be. He's mocked as high as a top 15 pick in this summer's draft. So one injury worth watching, a key one there in the SEC. All right, there you have it. That is around the SEC. Glad to have you hanging out with us here on a Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Pass ball there, and Stephen Milam scores from third, so it's now 7-1 LSU here in the bottom of the sixth with LSU against Nicholls. 2 out with Jake Brown on third base, Cade Arambidi at the plate, so we'll keep you posted to see if the Tigers can get Brown in from third base, but Tigers up, it's 8-1. My apologies, 8-1 LSU. All right, it is after further review. We're brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. You want to live your best, fullest life. Our friends over at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness can help you do that. If it's hormone replacement therapy, if it's peptides, which you hear me talk so much about, ladies, we're talking to you as well. At Unique Aesthetics and Wellness, they have hormone replacement therapy for women. Get your blood labs drawn. You'll be glad you did. Live your best, fullest, most vital life. yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. All right, it's after further review, and we're glad to have you hanging out with us here. Speaking, we just talked about Jaden Rashada, and obviously, quarterback position is the most important position in organized team sports, and you're seeing so many quarterbacks fight for their eligibility. It was Diego Pavia a year ago. This year, We've seen it with both Trinidad Chambliss and Joey Aguilar. LSU does play in Knoxville this fall. Our buddy Jason Swain is going to join us in about 15 minutes from right now. Get a little update on Aguilar and what's going on there, because what's so interesting about that conversation is we had Swain on with us after the season. And remember, Tennessee was in the mix for Sorsby and for Leavitt and these transfer quarterbacks, and they didn't land any of them. I mean, the guy they got was Ryan Staub, who was the backup to Keaton Slovis at Colorado this year. So it seemed like Tennessee was ready to move on from Joey Aguilar, but they didn't land any of the premier portal quarterbacks, so they went back to Aguilar, who now has been granted the injunction in court for his eligibility. And anyway, we're going to talk to Swain about where that leaves Tennessee, because as we say, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. LSU plays in Knoxville this year in November, and which will be a brutal November for LSU with Alabama, Texas, the road trip to Knoxville, Arkansas. I mean, it's going to be a rough final month of the season. It'll be a difficult final month of the season. It includes a trip to Tennessee. So we'll talk to Swain coming up here in about 15 minutes from right now. Okay, quick break. We'll come back. Wrap up hour number 1. Don't you move. It's AFR.
After further review.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. If you've been injured in an accident, it's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for 3 decades. Get Gordon, get it done. Hey, next week on Tuesday, we'll be doing AFR from the garage. If you're not familiar, another way that Gordon has given back to the community, he built out this fully equipped podcast studio that he calls the garage. I mean, it was literally, they converted the garage of one of their satellite offices into a giant podcast space, and he lets anybody use it for free. Like, if you want to just record a podcast, you schedule time to go, and you can use their equipment and their production for free. It's just another way that Gordon continues to give back in so many ways. NIL has been a huge part of that, but really the core is representing injured people across the state like he's done for 3 decades. So if you've been injured in an accident, it's not your fault. You know what to do. Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com. Get Gordon, get it done.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
If your office is experiencing performance issues,
Like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files? Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Tigers had the bases loaded to make it hurt. Zach York had popped foul. Looked like Nicholls should have been out of the inning. Third baseman couldn't make the play. He walked. So bases are loaded. Fours is for Dardar. So Tigers already have one grand slam in the game with Trent Carraway. We'll see if Dardar can really make it hurt. He can't, actually, because I'm looking at the game cast, which is ahead of the game, and he flies out to left. So there it is. Yep, they get out of it. Didn't make it hurt. But Zach York's walked 3 times in this ballgame, which continues to be massively impressive, his plate discipline. It's something we talked about before the season that had several conversations with scouts. As much as people are going to rave about his power, and we're going to look at his figure, his shape, and make whatever comments that people will. It's his plate discipline that's most impressive, and you're seeing he's willing to take his base and keep the merry-go-round going. So great to see there. All right, it's after further review. Let's do a little Olympic update, if we could. The only Olympics I get to see are late at night when we're going to bed, I get in the shower and put the TV on in the bathroom, and just automatically put it on NBC, just thinking I'm going to see Jimmy Fallon. And it's just been the Olympics. They were doing some bobsled last night.
So good. Love bobsled. We're doing mono bob. We had the two-person.
There's 2 things I love about bobsled. Cool Runnings, Lolo Jones. That's the extent of it. If it's not Cool Runnings or Lolo Jones, I don't care. Unless if it's the U.S. whipping foreigners behinds in international competition, which is what the Olympics USA! Are all about. All right, Muse, what's happening?
Good day so far for Team USA over there in Milan and Cortina. Started big with Michaela Schifrin, return to the top of the podium. It's been a tough couple of Winter Olympics for her. She missed the podium in the team combined and the Super G the giant slalom earlier. But in her best event, wins it by a second and a half. The women's slalom. She is now the...
I like that word.
Slalom?
I like slalom.
It's a good word. She is now the only U.S. alpine skier in history
pleasing
to win 3 gold medals. She is also the youngest and oldest
Look at Mike the Tiger taking a little bath in his pool.
Woman to win a gold medal for the United States in the Winter Olympics.
How can people say Mike's got it bad? Look at him. He's just hanging out in his own pond.
He's vibing.
Doesn't have to worry about it. Not a care in the world. Got his own little pool.
He's having a blast.
How many humans have a pool? Not everybody.
A lot, and they get them from Duplessis.
They do, but not everybody.
Jake Cantor won the bronze medal in the men's snowboard slope style. Shout out to him.
Shout out, Jake.
Yep, score of 79-36. That's really solid. And the United States men's hockey team, they're in the second intermission, leading Sweden 1-0.
Oh, we're playing right now?
Yep, right now. 1-0, second intermission.
Sweden.
Looking to go 4-0. They already won their group. Looking to go 4-0 now. Or the men's. Get you a medal count update here, and we'll wrap it up.
Wait, we've already played 4 hockey games?
They're playing the 4th. They've played 3.5, I guess you'd say.
Man, Omar Cern is in a catcher now.
Okay.
He is a big person.
He's giant. And he hit a ball 118 miles per hour over the weekend, which is pretty good. It doesn't stink. And it was a ground out, which is just insane. 24 medals in total for the United States. It has them in third place. They have the most silver medals with 11, and with Michaela Schifrin topping the slalom earlier today, they're now up to 7 golds.
So we're in third?
Third, behind, of course, the Norwegians, right? And the home country, Italy, man, they are getting that home country boost and putting forth a really nice effort in the Winter Olympics.
Italiano. Hey, mambo.
That's your Olympic update.
Mambo Italiano. I don't like that we're third. Do we have a shot at winning this thing?
No. They don't. I'm just going to be honest. They don't. I mean, they're 9 medals behind total.
Did you say Germany?
The Norwegians.
Where's Germany?
Germany is 7th. They have 21 total medals.
Germany may be 7th in the medal count, but when it comes to vehicles, they're number 1. That's why you go to South Point Volkswagen. Give me one. Give me one. Airline just north of Highland, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online, southpointvw.com. See what I did there? See, that's what we call a transition. That's what professional radio guys do, Muse. Take notes. Airline just north of Highland, southpointvw.com, South Point Volkswagen. Hey, remember, they also got a great certified pre-owned vehicle selection. So even if you're not looking for a new vehicle, all different makes and models in their certified pre-owned selection. So check them out at South Point Volkswagen, Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer. South Point Volkswagen, what's your direction? All right, it is after further review. Sports Center's coming up, get you caught up on national headlines. Jason Swain, former Vol wide receiver, VFL, one of our favorites. He's next after Sports Center at AFR.
AFR.
Do you want to win $25,000 cash money? Do you? Do you want to win $25,000 cash money?
Yes.
Who wouldn't, right? Everybody does. Well, I got a great way you could do it. All you have to do is go to parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com, sign up for a free, no-obligation roofing inspection, and boom, you're automatically entered to win $25,000 cash from Parish Construction Roofing. You see the pop on the homepage or the bar at the top of the homepage. All you have to do is click, fill out the form. You're signed up for a free, no-obligation roofing inspection, and bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, you are entered to win $25,000. Need to get your roof inspected anyway. We're going to be on your roof anyway. There's no obligation of buying anything. You're going to get a full complimentary roof inspection, a thorough, comprehensive roof inspection. Might as well let us do it. Win $25K. Parishbuilt.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. In its next step of its chase of a gold medal, the U.S. men's Olympic hockey team leading Sweden in the quarterfinals 1-0, 17 and a half minutes left in regulation. Dylan Larkin with the lone goal. Team Canada captain Sidney Crosby scheduled for imaging to determine the severity of the lower body injury he sustained in the 4-3 overtime win over Czechia. NFL, Chiefs restructured quarterback Patrick Mahomes' contract, creating over $40 million in much-needed cap space. Still needs to make some more moves to get under the cap. Perhaps one of them eventually could involve bringing back an old friend, receiver Tyreek Hill, after his release from Miami. ESPN NFL analyst Louis Riddick.
Not only do they need him, he needs them. He needs this kind of structure. But he's going to be 32 years old, coming off of that horrific injury, on an offense that was just hamstrung in so many different ways last year. He's even 75-80% of what he was before. That's something that they don't have right now. And look, I know Xavier Worthy has the same kind of straight line speed, but Tyreek is different.
Hill's coming back from a dislocated knee and torn ACL. Texas Tech star JT Toppin out the rest of the college hoop season with a torn ACL.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Thursday, we ask a two-time Super Bowl champion with the Steelers if the criticism Mike Tomlin has gotten from players is fair or foul. It's on Sportsmanlike, weekday mornings beginning at 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
That's right!
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Musa. And Mr. Toby Templin. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Could the Saints cut Alvin Kamara? Talk about that in 15 minutes. A guy who knows a lot about Alvin Kamara and all the current goings-on at the University of Tennessee is our buddy Jason Swain. The Swain event. Swain, what up, man?
My man, what's going on?
Would you be so sad if the Saints cut Alvin Kamara?
No, man, he's had a great career there with the Saints. He's done a lot of great things. I would understand the business side of it. And I know for Alvin, I know how much he loves the Saints organization. He had a chance to go somewhere else, but it's happy there. But I understand the business side of it, but I would be sad for Alvin.
I'd be sad.
But he'd be okay. He's a good player. He's got some years, though.
I'd be sad. I don't want him to go anywhere. I want him to stay.
He's awesome, man. I love him, man. He's genuine. He's one of one. He's a special dude.
Eats Airheads on the sideline, has his own cereal. I mean, I kind of love him.
I got a box here.
Oh, the what's it called? Like Kamara Crunch or something? Is that what it's called?
What's
it called?
Yeah, let's call it that. That's fine. I haven't opened it. It's a souvenir. I need to get him to sign it.
That's a good idea. Okay, we had you on today because we want to talk about Joey Aguilar. It looked like he was getting the injunction to return to Tennessee, and then now we see that he's going to attend the NFL Scouting Combine. So fill me in, man. Like, is Aguilar expected to be the Tennessee quarterback next year?
Well, I think going into the preliminary injunction trial Friday, there was a lot of optimism, but after the case, I don't really know which way this thing's going to go. There's people that believe that this thing can go against Joe Aguilar. There's some that still believe it can work for Joey. Of course, the judge is a Tennessee grad, but this is not the same case as Trinidad Chambliss there at Ole Miss. This is completely different. Trinidad Chambliss was arguing that, he should have had a medical redshirt year, and they argued all that stuff, and that judge allowed him to be able to play. This is different, man. This is whether or not a JUCO year should count. And so there's a lot of weight to this decision for the judge, because if you rule in favor of Joey, now it opens up Pandora's box for other players who can say, well, my JUCO year shouldn't count either. And so this is a pretty big deal. Even though the judge is a UT grad, I think he understands that. And this thing is not going to be easy layup for Joey Aguilar. So him going to the NFL Combine is the backup plan. They can't move the Combine to accommodate Aguilar, so he's going to go up there for 48 hours, and he's going to do everything that's asked of him. He did have a procedure done in the offseason to remove a tumor in his throwing arm, so he can't really do anything anyway physically up there, but all the other stuff he's going to do, and it's a backup plan for if he is not granted an extra year by the Knox County judge here.
If Diego Pavia got his year because of JUCO, why wouldn't Joey Aguilar?
Well, Diego got that year last year, and that's why Joey was able to play, because of Diego Pavia getting his year. Also, Miles Kitzman, Tennessee's tight end, was able to take advantage of that and get that year last year. So this will be him getting an extra year on top of the extra year he got last year. So, yeah, I mean, there's some folks here that believe, well, if it didn't count last year, then why allow it to count this year? There's all different types of opinions about, Joey Aguilar being able to play, but I mean, that's his take here. That's his strategy to say, no, JUCO year should not, count. Joey Aguilar redshirted in the City College of San Francisco in 2019.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't play in 2020 because of COVID. Went to Diablo Valley for 2 years, a junior college, and then Appy State for 2 years, and then Tennessee for 1 year. So he's arguing, hey, I want to be able to play 4 years of NCAA football, even though this would mark his 7th year out of high school.
Or would this be 7 or 8? So 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26 would be his 8th season. That's awesome. Let's go.
Don't you love it?
30-year-olds playing college football. That's what we need. It'd be so good.
Yeah, I know, right?
How's that any different than like minor league baseball where you have 18-year-olds and like Crash Davis? It's like, let's go. Let's create that in college. I mean, you go to your econ class. Swain, they got 80-year-olds in the econ class, right? Just going back to school, trying to get a degree. Why not?
Sorry, high school kids. All that hard work you put in the summer, it's for nothing. Yeah. You got to go to JUCO.
Yeah, then go JUCO. Go JUCO, go FCS, go G5, and work your way up.
Oh gosh.
You don't like that?
Well, I mean, I'm not in favor of that. I think at some point, you got to move on. I mean,
why?
Matt, I'm pretty sure you wasn't the 23-year-old guy going back to high school trying to hang out at prom. I mean, at some point you got to go. You got to get on somewhere. Now, this is all about money. Let's not be Jesus here. Joey Aguilar has the opportunity to come back and make $2+ million, which is a steal for Tennessee. Obviously, Tennessee was looking for a quarterback. LSU fans know that because of the Sam Levitt, recruitment. You were not going to get an answer back about Joey Aguilar until after the portal closed. So Tennessee, this was their opportunity to get someone back that understands the offense, that brings experience. Without Joey Aguilar coming back, you're looking at a situation where Tennessee's going to play either a redshirt freshman or a true freshman. So this is best for both sides. Joey Aguilar wants to come back, get some money, play another year. Tennessee obviously needs him to come back to improve their chances with a team that replaced defense coordinator, the whole staff, brought in a new strength coach. There's a lot of investment put in place for Tennessee to be a better football team next year.
Yeah, Swain, we and Jason Swain's our guest, former Vol, host of Josh and Swain. Do you do any shows now called Swain Event at all, like a podcast or anything?
Yes. I still do that twice a week. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure do.
So you still do
Yeah.
Swain
I
event.
don't work as hard as you, but I still do a little bit here and there.
Working hard is one way to put it, or just working a lot is another. But whatever. Yeah, but Josh and Swain, they're up in Knoxville, and then Swain event as well. So follow them at Swain event. So So this is relevant here, Swain, because obviously LSU and Tennessee are going to play this year. So what goes on with Joey Aguilar is very relevant for LSU. So I remember you and I spoke, I don't know, man, somewhere around the end of the regular season with all this Aguilar stuff, and it kind of sounded like Tennessee was okay moving on from Joey Aguilar. Now he feels like the best option. So let's assume Aguilar is back. What does Tennessee look like in 2026 with Joey Aguilar? Like, what's a ceiling for that team?
I mean, I think it's a playoff team. I mean, you're talking about a guy that led the league in passing yards in the regular season, had 3,600 passing yards. The only two guys who had more than him the entire season were the two quarterbacks that went to the college football playoff, and Todd Simpson and Trinidad Chambers. I mean, turnovers was the issue when he was at Appy State. Obviously, there were some plays during the OU game that got him in trouble. They had an interception against Georgia, but man, he was slinging it. I mean, he did a good job with his reads. And this is a guy that came into the program at the end of May.
Yeah.
I mean, so
it was the quarterback swap with UCLA, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, to do that after basically having 8 weeks to learn a new offense, learn his teammates, and be considered one of the leaders. I mean, that's pretty significant. So you can only imagine the momentum that he could build upon next season if he comes back. The receivers come back for the most part, except for one. You got your running back coming back. You got the offensive line for the most part coming back. They spent a lot of energy and resources on defense because they felt really good offensively. So you would have all that with Joey Aguilar coming back. So I think the ceiling is higher. I think the floor is higher with Joey being able to come back if he is granted another year of eligibility.
All right, Swain, flip it. If Aguilar isn't there, what does that do to Tennessee's outlook?
Well, we're talking about a redshirt freshman and George McIntyre, who was a highly rated player coming out of Middle Tennessee, the Nashville area, and then a true freshman, Faison Brandon, who at one point was the number one player, in the country, according to whatever service you like the most. But at one point he was number one player. So Tennessee did go out and get Ron Staub, a backup quarterback from Colorado, just to add some depth, just to add a little bit of experience. You didn't want to have just two guys who are all young players making their first start this season. So if Aguilar does not play, it will be a first-time starting young quarterback, more than likely starting for you this year.
How bad are the Vols going to be in baseball?
It's supposed to be pretty good, man, despite, folks thinking the world stopped because Tony Vitello left, but they're still going to be good.
Tony V's gone. You're toast. Face it, Swain.
Yeah. That's crazy, right? But no, Elander took over as the head man, and he was the hitting coach, was basically the offensive coordinator for Tennessee all these years. So, I mean, the press conferences won't be as entertaining. The in-game interviews probably won't be as entertaining, but I mean, there'll still be a good baseball team. There'll still be a good baseball program. Tennessee just unveiled their $100 million stadium this past weekend. So we're trying up here, man. We're trying. big reason why. Big reason why Tennessee baseball is more popular. So,
bro, Jay Johnson just
LSU baseball. Bro. Don't get me wrong, but hey, we're trying up here, man. He's doing a lot of good things, man.
Jay Johnson ran Tony V right out of the SEC.
Is that what happened? I thought Tony just wanted to be the first coach ever to go to college to the major leagues. I thought that was the reason.
Or
I thought he wanted to make some history.
Or maybe he realized he wasn't going to win no more. Jay just ran him right out of town.
When is Jake Johnson getting any offers from the major leagues? When that's going to happen?
I don't think he wants that, man. No, I'm serious.
Hey, man, there's a lot. College is better to pros in a lot of areas, man. It is.
Bro, you want to play 162? I mean, it's a lot, man. I had that conversation with Jay, and he years ago, and he said point blank, I wouldn't. The way he said it was something like, I wouldn't leave here for the New York Yankees. Like he's got the job he wants. He just needs the resources to keep winning. That's if they do that, he'll be here forever. And that's why if I hit the Powerball, Swain, two things will happen. Number one, you'll never hear me on radio again.
Me either.
And number two is I would make sure Jay Johnson is fully funded for whatever he wants in perpetuity. That's how that would go.
And you're gonna give Lane Kiffin an extra $50 million.
No,
right?
because Lane's they don't need me. That's the way I always look at it, Swain. They don't need me. Like he gonna get whatever he wants anyway, what he needs. Like Jay Johnson, is the one that, because look, I mean, baseball is gonna get the short end of the stick because you got to fund football and basketball and all that sort of stuff. But I want baseball to be awesome. So if I won the Powerball, I know I can make an impact there. That's what I would do.
You know where you can make an impact? Men's basketball. There you go.
But Swain, here's the problem. Like, they spent almost $9 million on this roster, and they're 2-11. Like, I'm not. That's why they're in a really sticky spot. They did invest in the program this year, and tell me you want to run that back.
Nah,
that's the point.
Y'all can hire Mick Cronin though. Mick Cronin, I hear, is a good coach.
I don't know, bro.
Entertaining.
I just don't think there's an appetite for him. We'll see what happens around here, but it's an interesting one how it goes. All right, Jason Swain, host of Josh and Swain and the Swain Event. Follow him at Swain Event. All right, I'll see you soon. Thanks for the time as always.
Hey, man, you the man. Proud of you.
Thank you, Swain.
Later.
We'll see you, bud. That's Jason Swain, VFL. One of my faves. Great dude. To after further review, we're brought to you by First South Farm Credit. FirstSouthLand.com, maybe if I hit the Powerball. So this is what I'll do if I hit the Powerball. I'll never do, I'll be gone. I won't do AFR anymore. I will retire from AFR. I probably still every now and again drop a pod or something like that. I do some stuff because I'd get bored. But daily 3-hour radio, I'd retire. I would make sure Jay Johnson's program is fully funded forever so that he never, ever leaves. And I would buy a giant piece of land. And I would call First South Farm Credit. And then I would build the Moscona compound with giant gates and what's the thing? What am I trying to think of? What's I'm blanking. Like the water or a moat. With a moat around it with alligators and piranhas in the moat. And I would not give Musso the gate code. How about that, Muse?
I mean, I'd first have to want to go there in the first place.
You'd want to go there. This place could be awesome. I mean, it would be an awesome compound. Who wouldn't? Paul, would you want to go to my compound?
Oh, sure. That sounds awesome.
See? Who wouldn't want to go to my compound? Paul can have the gate code.
Paul can have the gate.
Muse, not getting the gate code.
I think I'll survive.
I don't know. I mean, you'd survive, but your life wouldn't be nearly as good. But I would call First South Farm Credit to help me buy that land. That's what I would do. FirstSouthLand.com, FirstSouthLand.com. Thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit, FirstSouthLand.com. I'm just kidding, Muse. You can have the gate code too. There's going to be people like, why are you so mean to Musso all the time? I'm like, I'm not mean to Musso. It's a show. Shut up. Moose is going to get the gate code. Oh, get out. No, it was a sinking liner. Did he catch that? Oh, my God. What a catch. Looked good off the bat. Didn't that look good off the bat?
Nah, it's a sinking liner.
It looked good off the bat. It just sunk. I mean, off the bat, it looked like it was elevating. It just, boom, nosedive. That was wild. FirstSouthLand.com. Is Jay challenging this?
There's no way he caught that ball.
He caught that ball.
He did not catch that ball.
Well, you and I did not get a good look at it because there was not a good camera shot of that. So I don't know if he caught the ball. But if he did catch it, that's a wild catch. Okay, they're ruling that it was not.
I thought I saw it bounce.
It's AFR.
AFR.
You know why we're able to watch this game right now? Because we have high-speed internet from Rev streaming this baseball game right into the studio. R-E-V. I'm on a roll today. R-E-V. That did not bounce. R-E-V. Let'sRev.com. Let'sRev.com. He caught that ball. Bro, he caught that ball. It didn't bounce. REV, letsrev.com, letsrev.com, 70,000 Louisiana home and business owners trust Rev for their high-speed internet, for their cable, phone, home automation. Remember, all of the equipment comes with your purchase. And by the way, it's not like when the trial period ends, they jack the price on you. The price is the price. It's Rev. 90 years of local service. And when you call, you get a local call center as well. You can trust Rev. I do. REV. Let'sRev.com. Let'sRev.com.
Trust isn't given. It's earned. Earned by showing up. Putting in the work. The hours that nobody sees. I didn't get here on my own. I trust my coaches to lead, my teammates to step up, and when the game is on the line, Our Lady of the Lake to keep me healthy and on the court. Because it takes a champion to care for a champion. I trust the Lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Lockmeyer to Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lockmeyer to Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
After review. Out! Oh, Jay's pissed. Oh, no, what? Are they, wait. Oh, so are they ruling? So they're not ruling the double play? So welcome back to After Further Review. LSU's playing Nicholls in baseball. They're up 9-1. This is a wholly irrelevant thing because LSU's winning 9-1. But Jake Brown hit a liner to right field. The Nicholls right fielder made a beautiful diving catch. It was ruled that he did not make the catch on the field. After further review, they really did make the catch. Now, he had doubled up the runner at second. I think they're saying they're ruling the runner at second. See?
That's what it looks like. They only have one out on the board. My guess is because there was, because the call on the field was he didn't catch it, there was no double play to review. That has to be why.
That makes sense. But what's interesting is when the umpire came out and he pointed and ruled Brown out on the catch, he held up 2 fingers. So,
2 challenges remaining.
For challenges. Okay.
2 challenges remaining still.
Okay. I was thinking he was saying there was 2 outs. Okay. Excuse me. So Simpson's at second base. He does not get doubled up. Brown's out. And is this Cerna hitting? Who's at the plate?
Aaron Beatty was in the cleanup hole, so Cerna would make sense.
He's so big. All right, so it's bottom 8. LSU's 3 outs away. They're beating Nicholls, and I need to stop watching this game.
Did he just bluff him back to second? Is that what just happened?
He threw it, but the second baseman was in the dirt, almost to the grass, and he threw it. He threw it to the second. Nowhere near second base.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Anyway, all right, I got to stop watching this game. It's after further review. I had intended in this segment, I went long with Swain. I intended in this segment to talk about Alvin Kamara because there's some scuttle out there that maybe Kamara could be a cut candidate for the New Orleans Saints, but I want to give myself some time to do that, so we'll do it in the next segment. What is I do want to talk about, I was reminded of this earlier today because I saw this story where the head coach at Northern Illinois is leaving to become an assistant with the Seattle Seahawks. So his name is Thomas Hammock. First time I've ever heard that name. I don't know who Thomas Hammock is, but he was the head coach at Northern Illinois, and he's leaving UNI to join the Seattle Seahawks staff. He's been the head coach at UNI for the last 7 years. That's his alma mater. And he's going to be the running backs coach and a senior offensive analyst. So he's not even leaving for a head coach or coordinator position. He's leaving to be a running backs coach. And I understand I can certainly understand the challenges at a place like Northern Illinois right now. You don't have the financial resources to be able to compete among the best teams in college football, and effectively your program is a feeder system to major college football. If you recruit and develop a good player, you're then feeding that good player to the higher levels who are going to pay him, and then you lose your really good player. So I'm very much understanding of those challenges. And I think we're seeing more and more of this, college coaches who are both leaving the college game for the NFL or just leaving coaching altogether, like we've seen with guys like Bob Stoops and Urban Meyer, that just don't love this era of college football. But I do think what we're going to start to see is more of that is so gone. Huh? Oh, yeah. It walked it off.
Yeah,
that's it.
game.
Oh, is that Pearson? All right,
Pearson,
John Pearson, babe. Yeah, so LSU, that was a 3-run homer by Pearson. So he walks it off, and LSU beats Nicholls. Yay. I do think as we're seeing the college game mirror the NFL, not only are you, obviously, is college football basically a minor leagues for the NFL, I think it's going to be that for coaches as well, coaches and front office staff. Because think about how you're building a roster. And I thought of this today because I was having a conversation with Bo Bounds. Bo does radio in Mississippi, does a great job. And I was a guest on Bo's show, and he was asking me about Lane Kiffin and why Kiffin has been so effective in this portal era. And I think a big part of it is when you talk to people about Lane Kiffin, and I'm still learning Lane Kiffin. The way people have described him to me is that he is not very much a relational person. He's more transactional. The way Bo Bounds had asked me, he's like, Kiffin didn't really have a lot of close relationships with his players. And I think you see that a lot in the NFL, too, a lot of times where head coaches maybe don't have, it's not necessary that you have a great, deep personal relationship with your players. You see that way more in college because it is a business. Well, that's what's happening now in college. And you heard Lane Kiffin at his press conference out on signing day say, talking about the expectations of these players, and he used the word salary. He's like, you're getting these salary not because of what you've done in the past, but what you're expected to do this year. It's why you're getting the salary. And he kept using that word. And I think what that illustrates is where college is that it is more transactional and less relational. And so all that to say, like, I know there's all this talk about, from the outside, about Lane Kiffin leaving LSU and would he leave for Alabama or another program. Like, I don't think that's going to be his path. I mentioned this to Roman Harper on radio at the Super Bowl, and he scoffed at the idea. He literally said 0% chance. That was his word. Said there is 0% chance that Lane Kiffin goes to the NFL. I disagree. Now, like, I'm not pushing Lane out the door. I hope he stays here for 20 years and wins a handful of national championships, and that'd be awesome. I'm also a realist to understand, like, his history is what it is for a reason. He doesn't stay places very long. He's very transient and moves and looks for bigger and better. And that, like, you'd have to believe at some point that would happen here as well. Hopefully it happens after he wins a ton, maybe wins a championship or whatever. Or maybe he stays for, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But all that to say, I do think this is something worth watching because I think this is a trend that we're going to start seeing with college coaches who, especially if you struggle to get a hold of contracts at the college level, leaving this for the NFL because the roster turnover makes it that much more complicated to win every year. So in the NFL, you can pay a player and then you got him under contract for multi-years. You don't have that in college right now. Every year it's free agency, as we all know. So I saw that today with the Northern Illinois head coach, Thomas Hammock, leaving his alma mater, where he's the head coach for 7 years, going to accept the running backs coach job with the Seattle Seahawks, because I think it's just what you're going to see more of. See if that's a trend that maybe starts to work its way more into college football. All right, brought to you by Parish Restoration, parishrestoration.com, parishrestoration.com. Have mold? Think you might? Parish Restoration. They'll come, spray their patented non-toxic dry fog. Remember, I say patented non-toxic dry fog. Patented. Nobody else does it. Non-toxic, meaning it's safe for your family, your plants, your pets. And dry fog, so you don't have to, like, worry about it getting your sheetrock wet or your carpet wet or your furniture wet. It's a dry fog. So they come in, they spray, close up all the windows, doors, let it dwell. As soon as the fog dissipates, boom, free, clear, clean, sanitized space. parishrestoration.com, parishrestoration.com. Fill out the form on the website to come give you a free estimate, parishrestoration.com. All right, y'all, it's after further review. Thanks for hanging out with us here. Muse will do Tigers and the Pros in about 15 minutes. We are, in 45 minutes, going to talk to Mark Wise, ESPN college basketball analyst. I want to talk to him about the LSU job. Like, can Matt McMahon win here? And if not, who would want this job? We'll talk about that with Mark Wise coming up here in about 45 minutes from right now. Let me knock out a break. We'll come back. I do want to go a little deeper dive into the Alvin Kamara conversation. Like, could the Saints actually cut Alvin Kamara? Would that make sense? We'll talk about it next on AFR.
AFR.
Hey, I want to remind you, as we always do, about River City's 1 hour air. And it's 77 degrees in Baton Rouge. I'm literally wearing short sleeves. And 2 weeks ago, we had an ice storm in these parts. But whether it be your AC or your heater, if your HVAC system isn't keeping up one way or another, call River City's 1 hour air. Look for the big yellow vans and trucks with the giant clock on the side. Call them at 752-0001, 752-0001. I always love reading 5-star Google reviews. This one came from Derek Joseph, who said Kevin, his tech, was extremely knowledgeable in his trade, took the time to carefully explain everything he found wrong with my system. He was very helpful in offering clear, practical solutions to fix the issues. Kevin was professional, trustworthy, and clearly knows his work. That's why River City's 1 hour air spends so much investing in ongoing education and training for their employees, so you have the best people coming into your home. It's River City's 1 hour air, 752-0001.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Parrish, we're built for tough players and tough roofs.
Coach is tough on us about preparation, and Parrish brings that same championship mindset.
Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing.
ParrishBuilt.com. These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental.
After further review. After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Muse, why do we hit the rejoin like 4 times? What's going on over there?
I wanted to make sure the correct sponsor played on that one.
Oh, so you hit the wrong one first.
Yeah, so I just quickly, I realized it and quickly brought it down.
The sponsor, of course, is Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com. By the way, remember, they can ship your medicine anywhere. So you don't even have to be in Baton Rouge. Go to yourgoodwood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts. They can ship your medicine anywhere in the country. So go to yourgoodwood.com. So even if you listen, you're watching on YouTube, you live out of state, trust a great local business. Yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com. The NFL league year is about to begin. And you're always going to look at potential cap casualties. And especially when you're like the New Orleans Saints, they'll have a little bit of work to do to get within cap compliance, not nearly as much as they have in recent years. And there was a story floated over at NFL.com where they looked at some of the top cut candidates in the NFL, and they mentioned guys like Kirk Cousins and Aaron Jones and some others. Well, among the list of cut candidates in the NFL over at NFL.com, they list Alvin Kamara. And they note that, of course, as a 30-year-old running back, he's the face of the franchise, certainly offensively, but last year had the least productive season of his career. Career lows in rushing yards, receiving yards, scrimmage touchdowns, yards per touch. It was the worst year of his career. Shocker, a 30-year-old running back falling off a cliff, especially one that's had trouble with staying healthy. And so they mentioned the possibility of Kamara as a cap casualty and them cutting him. I very much appreciate and understand the need for New Orleans to address running back. We've talked about this plenty. I mean, this is I'm not even going to venture into the draft conversation waters. You know how I feel about taking Love at number 8. That said, the Saints have to address running back. They were very bad there a year ago. Kamara was injured. Devin Neal got hurt. Kendre Miller, obviously injured. You had Audric Estime, who played well, considering expectation late in the season. But they need to address running back. But cutting Alvin Kamara does virtually nothing for you. Like, if you're going to cut Alvin Kamara, it would have to make sense financially why you would move on from this player. And the Saints gave Alvin Kamara a 2-year deal, as we know. And his most recent contract, the 2-year, $24.5 million deal, when you look at the terms of this contract, if New Orleans were to cut Alvin Kamara this season, his cap hit this year is $18.6 million. That's Alvin Kamara's cap hit for 2026, $18.6 million. The dead cap number is $18.2 million. To spell this out, if you're not familiar, if Alvin Kamara is on the team, it will cost New Orleans $18.6 million. If they cut him and he is not on the team, it will cost New Orleans $18.2 million. So cutting Alvin Kamara saves you $400,000, a negligible amount. It does virtually nothing for you to get within cap compliance. So, no, you're not cutting Alvin Kamara for the sake of a cap benefit. Like, I don't know who the guy is at NFL.com that put that thing out there. That's just dumb. If Alvin Kamara gets cut, it's because you go to training camp and he is not worth a roster spot. That's it. Like, you draft a running back, you sign Breece Hall or somebody like that. Devin Neal has an incredible training camp estimate, something like that, and you realize all these guys are better than Alvin, and so you cut him so he doesn't take a roster spot. Like, that's the only way Kamara is not on the team in 2026, because there's no financial benefit whatsoever to Alvin Kamara, to cutting Alvin Kamara. Now, we've talked plenty about Alvin over the years, especially as he was looking for an extension. And in 2024, I mean, this was October of 2024, when he talked about, like, wanting to be in New Orleans.
Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. These fans, this organization, I mean, just my career here, I think it's the icing on the cake to be able to say that, you know, I won't really have to go anywhere, you know, else to play football. Just leave it all here. So thankful for the organization to be able to get this done.
So that's when he signed his 2-year deal. And now he played 25, and now it's the final year of his contract going into 2026. And there's no benefit to moving on financially. The question is, to what degree Alvin Kamara can resemble what he was at his peak, at his zenith. And I don't know what that looks like. Listen, we've had this conversation so much about Alvin. He's played a full season once in his career. It was his rookie year. It's the only year of his NFL career where he played every game. Back in 2017, he played in 16 games. He went 16, 15, 14, 15, 13, 15, 13, 14, then this year 11. So all those career lows we talked about were in large part because he played the fewest amount of games. So he had the fewest amount of rushing attempts, fewest amount of receptions, yards per carry was down, everything. But we talked about Alvin even before they gave him the contract extension in 2024 because he was already a declining player. You know, he went from 5 yards a carry in the COVID year to 3.7 to 4.0 to 3.9. And then he did have a little bump in 2024 when they gave him the extension up to 4.2 yards per carry. And he had 950 yards. But you look at his productivity, he went from, 932 yards in the COVID year to 898 to 897 to 694. So he was a declining player. And he had a little bit of a pop in 24, and then the injuries popped up in 2025. And now you're talking about a 30-year-old running back coming off injury again. So I think the way you approach it if you're the Saints organization is you recognize Alvin coming off of injury, just has to earn his roster spot this year. You can't count on Kamara to be a bell cow back for you. If he emerges as that this season, great. But you have to go get an option. And that's why we'll talk about guys like Breece Hall or Kenneth Gainwell, who could be that. And then you have supplemental guys like Devin Neal or Audric Estime. And if you end up with a Gainwell Kamara or Breece Hall Kamara, then awesome. And hopefully they stay healthy and complement each other and have a great season. And then you look at the future after 26 when Kamara's no longer under contract. But cutting Alvin Kamara for cap reasons is silly to even suggest. The question really is whether or not he can stay healthy and be an impactful running back for the organization, or if his career is over as an effective runner. And we'll see what that looks like when they start getting into OTAs, offseason work, and then toward training camp. But Kamara is going to be a guy that is going to have to go earn his roster spot in 2026 because the finances are awash. He's just going to have to go earn his roster spot. All right, it's after further review. Glad you're hanging out with us here. Brought to you by Arco Power Systems, ARCCO. Arco.com, Arco.com. Man, I love telling you about Arco Power Systems. Amazing, impressive business. It's one of the things I do love about my job is I get to represent all these great businesses and brands and local companies. And I get to learn about so many different businesses. Like before we started endorsing Arco, I didn't know what Arco Power Systems was. When you learn about who they are, what they do, you learn about how massively impressive this business is. I mean, we all know storm comes, power goes out, what happens to businesses, to commercial facilities, industrial facilities, municipalities. We have to have standby generator power like you do for your house. Well, who does that for commercial facilities, industrial facilities, government, schools, hospitals, grocery stores? Well, that's Arco. Like their workers literally, I mean, like the National Guard has flown them on Black Hawk helicopters to go get them into devastated sites to get power back on. Arco Power Systems, ARCCO, turnkey, sell, service, install, Generac standby industrial generators. It's energy for your business. It's Arco Power Systems. All over Louisiana, west to San Antonio, east to Mobile, north to Little Rock. Just draw a big circle. If you're anywhere in that footprint and you need industrial Generac generator power, you need Arco Power Systems, ARCCO, Arco.com, Arco.com, Arco.com. All right, y'all, it's after further review. If you missed it, LSU Baseball beats Nicholls today. They a run rule. It's a walk-off homer by John Pearson to run rule the Colonels. After the top of the hour, I'll give you some thoughts on that game as I was able to watch the first couple hours before we started. We had it on in studio here, so kind of kept an eye. I'll give you some takeaways of that. We will talk to Mark Wise, talk some LSU hoops here in about 30 minutes from right now. Let me knock out our final break. Muse will do Tigers and the Pros. Come back to wrap up hour number 2 next.
AFR.
I tell you every day about Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, our title sponsor, of course, here on Wednesday. And what I want you to know, and one of the things I'm thrilled about being able to talk about them every day, is we have helped remove the stigma around HRT or the lack of awareness of peptide therapy. And we're helping change people's lives, men, women, young, old, whatever it may be. The bottom line is, every one of us, there are no exceptions on the face of planet Earth. Every one of us, as we age, our bodies produce less of the hormones that contribute to how we feel. A simple blood test can let you know if you're a candidate for hormone replacement therapy. You can get yourself back to healthy levels so you can perform in everything in life at optimal levels. YourGoodWood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts. YourGoodWood.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
I have no doubt that Our Lady of the Lake will keep me healthy. They make sure to do whatever they can in their power to make sure that we are 100%. They're constantly giving us resources, giving us advice on what to do. I think that just really helps us be the best players that we can be.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google, based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
All right, wrapping up hour number 2. Thanks for hanging out with us here. LSU beats Nicholls 12-1. A lot of people maybe were listening to, watching at the game. We'll give you a recap, takeaways coming up here in about 10 minutes from now after SportsCenter. Right now, though, Muso has Tigers in the pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now.
Get you another update from Major League Baseball spring training as some games get underway on Friday. Check in with the Philadelphia Phillies here and Aaron Nola. Of course, Nola's looking for a strong bounce-back season, man. Career worst in ERA. Also dealt with a lot of injuries, and he's going to be counted on with some questions of that Phillies rotation. Today, he spoke with NBC Sports Philadelphia and gave an update on his health and the outlook for this season.
I'm kind of full go right now, and it feels good to feel good again.
Yeah.
I always want to throw, those 7-inning-plus games, and I didn't really get much of them last year. So I'm definitely back to normal again this year, and I want to get back to that level again.
We'd all like to see Aaron Nola get back to that. Was weird a year ago watching him have a 6 ERA and a losing record. Don't expect that again. He's been nothing but consistent throughout his entire life pitching to baseball. Some really cool moments here for a couple former LSU soccer players. First, we'll go. Hold on, let me make sure I get this name right.
Okay.
Ida Herman's daughter. She's from Iceland. Played 4 years at LSU, and now she's been called up to the Iceland women's national team.
Does Herman have a son? Is Herman's daughter?
I don't know. She'll play 2 matches for Iceland against Spain and England in the 2027 World Cup qualifiers. And then today, Sydney Cheeseman, another former LSU Tiger, she'll head to Miami for the first United States under-23 women's national team training camp of 2026. Cheesman. Okay. Strong? You mean, yeah? What's better, Herman's daughter or Cheeseman?
I'd like to know if Herman's son plays soccer.
Yeah, maybe does.
And then we'll make a decision if Herman's daughter is better at sport than Herman's son.
Congratulations to those two former Tigers as well. Yeah, hold on. There it is. That's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. LMFJ.com. LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. If you're thinking of popping the question to Herman's daughter, first you need to ask Herman permission to marry his daughter. And then once Herman grants permission to marry his daughter, then, and you're going to marry Herman's daughter, then you go to Lee Michaels. Because you want to thrill Herman's daughter with a gift in the red box from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Or whatever your future father-in-law's name might be. Maybe it's Herman. Maybe it's Steve, John, Paul, Ringo. I just got to stop. I got to stop.
You left out George, too, there. You went through the Beatles. You left out George.
What are the Beatles?
What are they or who are they? The band? The band, the Beatles?
Beatles, like the little insect?
No, like the band, the Beatles.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, okay.
Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, LMFJ.com. LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. All right, it's after further review. SportsCenter's coming up. Let's get you caught up on national headlines. Hump Day Show is brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Come back, recap LSU Nicholls. Got some takeaways. We'll dive into it. That's coming up next here, Hour 3 of AFR.
After further review.
Brought by the Williamson Eye Center. Want to see 2020? Call 924-2020, 924-2020, or WilliamsonEye.com, WilliamsonEye.com. You know, the thing that I would love for you to do today is if you are wearing glasses or contacts, and you've heard me talk about the Williamson Eye Center for years and years and years, what I hope you'll do today is just call to set up your consultation. Just do that. First step. I'm not saying go have LASIK today. I'm just saying today call to set up your consultation. I'll give you the number. You can call them right now. 924-2020, 924-2020, 924-2020. Or you go to WilliamsonEye.com. You know, the consultation is painless. It is free. It is convenient. Do it on your drive. If you don't want to go in, great. Do a Zoom or a call on your drive. WilliamsonEye.com.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
At Parrish, we bring the same commitment to your home that champions bring to the game.
Do business with someone you know.
Parrish Construction and Roofing.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. ParrishBuilt.com.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit LouisianaPropane.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Breaking news, the U.S. men's Olympic hockey team's on to the semifinals at the Winter Games. Quinn Hughes scored the game winner, 3:27 into overtime in the 2-1 victory over Sweden. USA plays Slovakia in Friday's semis. Canada captain Sidney Crosby will undergo an MRI to determine the severity of the lower body injury suffered in the 4-3 OT win over Czechia. He's uncertain Friday versus Finland. Tonight's Wednesday college hoops doubleheader tips off in an hour on ESPN. Number 20 Arkansas, number 25 Alabama, followed by star freshman A.J. DeBonsa leading number 23 BYU against number 4 Arizona. Wildcats trying to bounce back after back-to-back losses. ESPN college basketball analyst Seth Greenberg.
They got to get back to their identity. Physical, force, pace, attack, get to the free throw line, do the things they do well. And look, they're going to have to deal with A.J. DeBonsa. They're going to have to make him play in a crowd. They're going to have to keep right out of the lane. But they do certain things better than anyone else in the country. They pound you in the paint. They get to the free throw line, and they beat you in transition off of their defense.
DeBonsa is the leading scorer in Division I, averaging 24.4 points a game.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
Hour 3 off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, Matt!
Shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Yusuf. And Mr. Toby Tom Plate. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. And oh, by the way, it's a hump day.
It's hump day.
Tigers win.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
12-1. Run rule Nichols. 12-1. The run rule Nichols.
Hump day.
Talk about it here in a sec.
It's hump day.
Ryan Roberts was here in hour 1.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You might be asking Matt, who's Ryan Roberts?
Hump day.
Matt, who's Ryan Roberts?
Thank you for
It's
asking.
hump day.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
He covers the draft for A to Z Sports, and he talked about the LSU guys going to the Combine.
Hump day.
He's most interested in seeing Mansour Delane.
It's hump day.
I found that interesting.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Because he didn't say Alvin Kamara.
Hump day.
Jason Swain was here.
It's hump day.
Tennessee may not have a quarterback.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Joey Aguilar is going to the Combine.
Hump day.
Mark Wise will be here in 12 minutes.
It's hump day.
LSU may not have a basketball coach.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
In a few weeks.
Hump day.
We did an Olympic update.
It's hump day.
And Muse is obsessed with Herman's daughter.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
But not Herman's son.
Hump day.
Because he's a sexist.
It's hump day.
That's a fact.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Put that on Twitter, everybody.
Hump day.
At Muso Matthew.
It's hump day.
Tweet him.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Let him know how unacceptable that is.
Hump day.
Okay, where are you going? Here we go. All right, thanks for being here with us. We are going to get to Mark Wise in just a smidge. I don't care to talk LSU basketball like this team. I want to talk about LSU's program and the future possibilities. We'll get to that here in just a little bit. LSU Baseball, they run rule Nicholls. John Pearson, a walk-off homer for the Tigers in the bottom of the eighth. They'll run rule the Colonels 12-1. They scored 12 runs on just 8 hits. Well, they did that largely because Nicholls walked 10 LSU hitters, and the Tigers made him pay. Caraway had a grand slam in the bottom of the first. John Pearson's 3-run homer there in the eighth. Tigers put up another crooked run number with 2 runs in the sixth, but mostly it was the pitching working into and then out of trouble. But here was Jay Johnson after the game on 5 games in 6 days here for the Tigers.
I'm proud of handling the 5 games and winning the 5 games. I think we did get to see a lot of things. I was happy to get a bunch of guys in the game again today. Yeah. And like how the team's supporting each other. You know, we got guys that have performed well that are kind of right on the cusp of being in there, and they're just doing a good job being ready to do their job. You know, some of our new players that we've brought in have made big contributions in the lineup, and I think there's a lot of strengths to this team, and we just want to keep getting better as we go.
I want to talk about him saying they need to do their job to do their job to do their job.
So they're doing they did a good job at doing their job.
Did a good job at doing their job. So they did their job. A little redundant. Maybe clip that. Come back to it. I don't have time right now, so clip that. Put it on a button. Let's come back to it. Ellen Moore.
Ellen Moore.
So good. Muse. You need to do a good job of doing your job.
Good. That's paramount, is to do a good job at doing your job.
Zach York walked 3 times. That's now 7 walks in 5 games. I am so impressed. It's one of the things that we'd heard about York before the season, that is, as much as people are going to talk about his stature and his power, he was a 20 home run guy a year ago at Grand Canyon. It's his plate discipline. He continues to show that. That is now 7 walks in 5 games. He's been hit a couple of times. So this is a guy that is going to be patient at the plate and make you throw it over the plate. And if you do, he can make you pay. So I love to see that. Jake Brown just continues this torrid start. He's 2 for 5. He doubled. He did have an RBI ground out in the second, which made it 6-1. And then he just missed an extra base hit on a sinking liner in the 7th. That went to review. They initially ruled that it was a hit, went to review, ruled it was a great diving catch by the right fielder. But Jake Brown, just an incredible start, which continued in this ball game. A couple things that I might like to see. We did, for the 3rd consecutive game, we did not see Chris Stanfield in left. Jay Johnson said after the game on Monday, Stanfield's still dealing with like swollen hand, and it's just the ability to grip the bat and swing right now that's holding him back. I would really like to see Daniel Harden get a look in left field. I understand that you're about to go see the competition level increase going down to Jacksonville, and this might have been the game to see it. But if we're going to call a spade, Tanner Reeves is a liability in left field. It's just he's not a natural outfielder. And I understand Jay is going to favor offense and wants to get Tanner Reeves' bat in the lineup, and was the sort of the objective today. But man, Reeves was 1 for 4 in the ball game. But Harden is a very natural, fluid outfielder. He will be a much better defensive option than Reeves. And he continues to show ability when he has been getting his opportunities. So we've talked about Harden, super high ceiling guy coming in from the JUCO ranks. Again, he was a two-sport guy at Catholic, and so he didn't necessarily see his baseball recruitment take off because he wasn't a 12-month baseball guy, but tore it up in JUCO and is a super high ceiling prospect. And might like to see him, if for nothing else, for the glove out in left field coming up this weekend. I'd love to see him get a start and see what he does with 4 or 5 ABs in the game. So maybe something we see. I don't know that Jay's even considering that, but something I would like to see. As far as the pitching in this ballgame, Zach Cowan got the start, and for the second consecutive outing, he struggled. He only went an inning and a third. He needed 34 pitches to get just the 4 outs. And boy, he worked into a bases-loaded jam in the first, but got out of it. Now, he gave up a home run that probably still hasn't landed. It was the one run that he allowed. He walked a guy, gave up 3 hits. But as disappointing as it was to see him work into trouble, it's also encouraging that when he got in trouble, he was able to get out of it there in the first, limiting it to just 1 run. And it's something that Ben McDonald mentioned on the broadcast that Jay Johnson sort of emphasizes. Listen, you're going to give up runs. Guys are going to get on base. But if you could prevent the crooked number, if you're going to give up runs, give up 1, that's a win. And that's what Cowan was able to do there in the first. And then Dathy went in there and relieved Cowan and similarly walked a couple of guys in the bottom of the second and was able to get out. Or Cowan put a couple of guys on in the second, and Dathy was able to get out of it. So what other notes did I have? Oh, this obviously most notable is Reagan Ricken. So Reagan Ricken made his debut, and for all the struggles that LSU's pitchers had, we saw Zion Theophilus also pitch, went an inning and a third. He walked 3. Santiago Garcia, a little bit of a bounce back from a rough outing over the weekend. He walked 2 but struck out 2. He faced 4 hitters in the 5th. So he pitched just the 1 inning, but again did have 2 strikeouts. Ricken got the final 9 outs of the ball game for LSU. He was 3 innings and he faced 1 over the minimum. He struck out 2. He didn't walk anybody, didn't give up a hit. He hit 1 batter. So he faced 10 hitters. I mean, he got 9 outs, faced 10 hitters. The only guy that got on base against him was a hit by pitch. So nice to see a young guy get in there in his debut and pump strikes. And Jay Johnson talked about Ricken after the game.
It was just a matter of when and the right timing. And we actually, in my mind, I wanted to reverse engineer this game. We actually did this a couple times last year with William Schmidt, where we would kind of match up the first part of the game and then turn it over to him. And it worked out perfectly. And, I was hoping to – I'm glad we got the run rule for sure, but he would have gone out for the 9th too because his pitch count is built up like a starter. But 3 innings, 2 strikeouts, no hits, 38 pitches, no walks. You'd love to see that.
That is a beautiful line. Now, and when you go out and deliver that line, you're going to get another opportunity. So 38 pitches, I don't know that you would expect to see Ricken on Friday, but could you see him come back at some opportunity on Sunday? I would love to see how that looks. Give him an opportunity to take the ball on the weekend and see if he can replicate this away from Alec Box Stadium. So really nice debut for Reagan Ricken. Tigers, they run ruled Nicholls 12-1, third time in 5 games that they've run ruled their opponent as the offense just keeps on slugging away. All right, it's after further review. We are brought to you by River Parish Contractors, rpcontractors.com, rpcontractors.com. They're in reserve. I'm telling you, I went down about a month ago, and it's such an impressive facility. And it's one of the things that the guys at River Parish Contractors told me then, and that I will impress upon you, is go visit their shop. It is a state-of-the-art shop, and they're an hour from everywhere. rpcontractors.com, rpcontractors.com. And what I love, too, is when you call over to River Parish Contractors, you're going to talk to someone local, and they're great dudes. If it's Ronnie or Chad or Luke or Trey or Josh or Darren or Drew, just awesome people at River Parish Contractors. And if it's, listen, they've done amazing work for so many giant companies. If it's BASF for Shell or Exxon or Marathon, if you need someone to bid your job, and you're not currently working with River Parish Contractors, you need to. And also, you need to be aware, as we all know, like, you get hired if you have an exemplary safety record. You keep getting hired if you do awesome work, and that's River Parish Contractors. They scored a 99 on a Fortune 500 company safe audit. It's River Parish Contractors. Go see their shop. rpcontractors.com, rpcontractors.com, rpcontractors.com. All right, it's after further review. We're not going to break. Come back. We're going to welcome Mark Wise onto the show from he's ESPN college basketball analyst. And I'm not super eager to talk about LSU's loss to Texas or the game this weekend against Alabama. I'm more to talk about the program, the perception of it, the state of it, and who they might be able to attract, Matt McMahon's future, all that sort of stuff. We'll do that when we come back here at AFR.
After further review.
Just playing something, y'all. How about this day? 77 degrees. It's down to 75 right now. Cloudy and 75. It's a beautiful day, man. A beautiful spring day in February. Are we going to get another cold snap? Probably. Usually happens. But you know what? I'm going to enjoy the mess out of wearing short sleeves on February the 18th. And you should as well. And you should go to Clegg's. And you should buy flowers and plants and trees and shrubs. And you should go put your hands in the dirt. Let me tell you something else that happened. A couple weeks ago with that freeze, killed a lot of people's plants. A lot of plants, a lot of flowers. They look smushed now, don't they? You see them? If they're not coming back to life, a couple of ideas. Number one, take pictures, go to Clegg's, ask their horticulturist what they recommend. And then also, if you need to get something new, great. Locally sourced, locally grown, been local for 60 years. It's Clegg's Nursery.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Tomba with a rebound. Again with 4 seconds. Reese throws ahead to McKinnon. McKinnon going to go in for the layup. Scores at the buzzer, and Texas will hold on to win. The final score, Texas holds on 88-85.
I'm disappointed with this road trip, but we played much better in both games. The competitive spirit was there. The fight was there. We just got to find a way to execute a little better, whether that's getting them one more defensive rebound, one less bad foul. It's a possession game, and we got to find ways to get better these next couple of days going into Alabama.
Matt McMahon, after the Tigers lose to Texas, they fall to 2-11. They're playing out the string here. The big question is what's ahead for the future of the LSU men's basketball program. Mark Wise, ESPN college basketball analyst, good enough to join us for a couple of minutes here. Hey, Mark, always appreciate it. How are you?
I'm good, Matt. I hope you're enjoying the nightly hoops that we have going right now.
Honestly, Mark, it's hard to in Baton Rouge right now, man. Just to be completely candid with you, you've had this team a little bit this year. What's your impressions of what's gone so wrong for this team?
Well, I think any discussion has to be centered around the injuries, does it not? I'm not making excuses for anybody, but the most misused term in athletics in this day and age, in my opinion, is next man up. Because if the next man up was as good as the player he's replacing, you wouldn't be the next man up. I think when I looked at, I had their first game of the SEC season at Texas A&M. That was the day after Thomas got hurt. And then I had them last week at Tennessee. I see the same fight. I see the same spirit that Matt McMahon talked about in that press conference. I think I know when a team has tuned out the coaching staff. I don't see that. So when you ask me what went wrong, I just don't think people understand how good Thomas was. Jalen Reed going out again for the second straight season. But when you talk about Thomas, not only is the guy that leads them in scoring, but had 104 assists in only 16 games. He's a difference maker. So it's not just losing any point guard. So I knew that LSU had to upgrade their talent from a year ago, and they did that. But my goodness, have they had some bad luck.
Tom, there's no doubt about Thomas. He was the crown jewel of their class, of their portal class. He's their best player, and anybody that loses their best player, you're going to regress. Period. Not even a discussion. Question: should they be 2-11 in the league? If they, I would ask you a total hypothetical. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You had something else you wanted to add, please.
Yeah. What I was going to say is, do you know what the difference is between being ranked 6th in the country and 26th? One possession. And 26 to 46, one possession. So let's say, and I understand what you're asking me, but give LSU 2 possessions, even with the injuries, even with the bad luck. Give them 2 possessions, say the A&M game that I did, and the Kentucky Miracle that, was just such a heartbreaker. And they're sitting at 4-9. Wouldn't we have a different conversation about how they're able to achieve in spite of the injuries?
Yeah, I could they had a double-digit lead against Arkansas as well on the road that they blew. There have been a few opportunities out there, to your point, and you're right, the A&M game and the Kentucky game are the ones that we've talked about here. I'd throw in the Arkansas one as well. There's also some that are almost inexcusable, like losing at home to Mississippi State when you absolutely had to have it. Those are the ones that you look at and you go, man, even without DJ Thomas, that's the kind of game you have to win. So, I'm asking you a difficult question here, but the question everyone's having here is, if LSU should retain Matt McMahon. And I don't know that you want to answer that question specifically, but maybe the better question is, if you think Matt McMahon is the right guy for this job to be able to get this program back into the NCAA tournament consistently.
Again, Matt, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. He knew a year ago that he had to upgrade the talent. And I think any discussion about a coach, and this is where we get into the mud, but any discussion about the coach has to also involve rev share and NIL. And as much as I hate to admit it, in the power conferences, I think there's pretty much, for the most part, I know there'll be some exceptions, but I think there are parallel lines between the teams that spend and the teams that win. We have baseball. Baseball is the same. College basketball right now has baseball because of the no salary cap. Everybody wants to be the Dodgers, right? So I think that has to be part of that conversation. I just think that he's done what he was supposed to do from a year ago. If I didn't see that, I think I would have a different opinion. But the talent is much. I mean, look at the portal class that they brought in: Thomas McKinnon, Sutton, Nwoko. I mean, these are all double-figure scorers. Now put Jalen Reed in that mix. Bring Thomas back. Tell me what kind of team you have. A team that was 12-1. Was their non-conference schedule sexy? No. but they have a quad one win over SMU.
It's a fascinating what if, Mark, and Verge Osbury is going to have a very interesting decision to make, because here's the other, and you're 100% right. You have to have the buy-in to be able to upgrade the roster, and I think the big question people are going to have here is, if you run it back again next year after the financial investment they made in this roster, and they're sitting here at 2-11, will there be enough interest to make that type of financial investment again next year? And I don't know that the answer.
That's a great question. How would you grade what LSU did with their dollars?
I thought they'd be a tournament team, which is why it's perplexing to see them at 2-11. And
I'm right there with you, but you can't just say, well, in spite of these two injuries. I did the Tennessee game without McKinnon, and they're 5 points down with, 6 minutes to go, 7 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Would you rather have in that game? Which was a better story? The way LSU was able to compete and stay in that game, or Tennessee not playing very well? Everybody has their own paradigm.
Sure.
So it's the same. It's no different than the Texas game. Texas gets way up. LSU fights back. They could have rolled over. So again, I just don't see how you can evaluate this particular season. I get it. We're in a wins business. I get that part of it. But how can you evaluate how they spent their money when the money they spent is on the bench?
Yeah. Mark Wise is with us, ESPN college basketball analyst. I want to ask you about the league in just a second, but one more on this topic. Hypothetically, if LSU does move on from Matt McMahon, what kind of interest realistically would they have in this job?
Tell me how many dollars they're spending.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt, that's the bottom line. That's what the agent of any potential next coach, that is going to be question number one.
Man, it's Verge Osbury's got a really tough decision on his hands, because I think to re-engage this fan base, I think the fan base has moved on and they want to change. But your point is right. And I just don't know that you're going to get that financial commitment and engagement if they run it back, which means you're setting a coach up to fail, effectively.
Well, what you're doing is you're letting him go for bad luck.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
It's going to be really interesting to watch throughout this offseason. Look, they're going to play out the string, and they're not going to go to the tournament. We all understand that, but it's going to be interesting to see what Verge Osbury elects to do there on the bench. Mark, the last year the storyline in the SEC, of course, was it was the deepest we'd ever seen the league. 14 teams go to the tournament. They're not going to get 14 in this year. How much do you think? I don't know that we'll ever see that again, but how much and to what degree of a variance is there from what the league was a year ago to what you've seen this year calling games?
Well, I don't think the league. It's no great secret. At the top, the league is not as good.
Sure.
I don't think you have multiple teams that might win it all or go to the Final Four. And when I say multiple, I mean 3 or 4 or 5 teams. But the league, in my opinion, is just as deep. And yes, the league is a victim of their own success last year. Like if I told you, Matt, the league's going to get 10 bids in this year, I think we would say that's a pretty great year for the league.
Oh, yeah.
But when you compare it to last year, it's not quite as good, which is kind of a skewed thing. It's the same thing with the ACC-SEC challenge. If I told you the SEC won 9-7, wouldn't you say that was a great outcome?
Yeah.
But it wasn't as good as 14-2. So, from that standpoint, it's a tricky comparison. But the league in the middle, like from Team 4 to Team 10, is just as deep. I don't think there's any difference. And I think the numbers show that. The thing that has surprised me the most, and I don't know what the current number is, I know going into this week, road teams were winning 45% of the time. To me, that's a crazy number.
That's astonishing because, look, I even know this from an odds maker's perspective. There's no advantage for odds makers like a home court advantage in college basketball because of the proximity to the court, how they can affect the game. Yes, 45% road teams winning is stunning. But this is a league that, a decade ago was a 3-bid league. So yeah, it is remarkable how far it's come. All right, last thing for you, Mark.
I remember those days.
Yeah, oh, me too. Okay, like Florida, Arkansas, you look at the top of the league. Is there a team that you said, what did you say, 4-7 is there's very little difference? What did you say? What was that range? 4 to what?
Yeah, 4-10.
4-10.
I mean, Auburn's sitting there, I don't know, what are they in 10th place, 9th place, something like that?
They're 11th.
Georgia goes to Kentucky. I'm going to give you another example of the injury thing. Georgia had lost 5 out of 6. They had lost their last 2 games. Wilkinson didn't play. Wilkinson is their leading scorer. They go to Kentucky last night and win in Rupp. Wilkinson plays and gets 16 points. They are a different team.
Yeah. What team in the middle, in that group you're talking about, those 6-7 teams in the middle, would you say is a pick poised to make a run with the right draw?
I think Texas is kind of now they've won 5 in a row. I get it. I think Boca Titus makes them a little different from other teams in the middle. I love Buckyball. I've had them like 3 or 4 times. They're a fun watch. Yeah, I would. If you're asking me for a sleeper team that might get to the second weekend, Texas might be that team.
Okay. It's almost March. It's a fun time of year. It's way more fun when your team hears its name called on Selection Sunday. Tigers will wait at least another year for that. Mark Wise, ESPN college basketball analyst. Always fun. Thank you for the conversation.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
Yep. It's our pleasure. It's After Further Review, brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. OLOLRMC.com/LSU. OLOLRMC.com/LSU. That's the website if you want to go learn more about the championship health partner and so much more about everything Our Lady of the Lake offers. Listen, we talk so much about their partnership with LSU, and that's clearly the central component of what we discuss, is how LSU and Our Lady of the Lake are synonymous. But man, I was thinking about it earlier today. I was driving, I heard one of their ads on our station about, Lake Urgent Care and the Lake After Hours, and you think no matter what it is you need, if it's heart health or pediatrics or stroke or cancer or urgent care or an after hours clinic, like they serve every bit of whatever you need from your healthcare provider. And they're the championship health partner of LSU Athletics. It's Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review. Thanks for hanging out with us here. Really good show so far. Jimmy will be here in 15 minutes for Otterlocks. If you missed anything, AFR On Demand, presented by Breck Golf. Book your tee time, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org. Ryan Roberts talking Combine, Hour 1. Jason Swain, the latest with Joey Aguilar in Hour 2 is Aguilar's heading to the Combine. May be back at Tennessee, but his backup plan is Combine, just in case if this judge doesn't grant him his eligibility. You just heard Mark Wise as well. So a lot of good stuff there on demand if you want to catch it. When we come back, there's a new 3-round mock draft from PFF, and it's interesting just because I like to look ahead to see we're focusing so much on number 8, but what might the Saints be targeting in rounds 2 and 3? And what about the LSU guys in those top 100 picks? Talk about it next. AFR.
AFR.
Man, I love telling you about Glow Resources. What an awesome business. What an awesome job Jareth Nakan and his staff do. Their company's grown. Baton Rouge Business Reports lists the top 100 private companies in Baton Rouge. They were on that list last year. Certainly when that list comes out this year, they'll be there again because of the amazing job that they've done. Listen, they've got offices all over now. Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Orlando, in Mississippi, Austin, everywhere. And they serve businesses all over the world, quite literally, businesses all over the globe to help you find the right people for whatever job it is that you're trying to fill. But home base is right here in Baton Rouge on Perkins Road, right near Pennington. Gorgeous corporate headquarters. You could always pop in there, meet our friends at Glow Resources face-to-face. They'll do a needs assessment. What job are you looking to fill, and on what timeline? They will help you find the most qualified people that will last. These are permanent solutions. It's Glow Resources. GLO, glowresources.com, glowresources.com.
I definitely trust the lake to take care of my body. Being the smallest person on the court, I just have to be in a lot better shape than everyone else, just being quicker and faster. Just having that trust on and off the court is going to help you win a lot more games.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even JB could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of JB Falgu.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Combine's next week in Indy, after which we'll have a certainly much clearer picture with a lot of mock drafts and who are the risers and fallers. The folks over at PFF took a stab at a new updated 3-round mock draft. And again, mock drafts, we shouldn't make anything of this. It's just an exercise to kind of get a projection of what positions teams might be looking at and where players seem to project around where they project at this point before the combine. This is interesting. The PFF has the Saints at 8 taking Cassius Howell of Texas A&M. And yeah, I'll keep repeating myself. And it's not at the risk of being repetitive. It's just being consistent. If you're picking 8th overall, draft a position at which you can get the quality of a player that you cannot replicate later in the draft. That's edge rusher, that's left tackle, that's quarterback, that's cornerback. Those are the types of positions I want to take with the 8th pick. You get an edge rusher with a top 10 pick, in. You want to go take Cassius Howell? He had a 90.3 PFF overall grade this season at Texas A&M. I would be perfectly fine with that. For what it's worth, they have Mansour Delane 13 to the Rams via the Falcons, if it were to go that way. When you go into round 2, notably, the Saints at 42, they have taken Chase Basantis, the offensive guard from Texas A&M. We all know the biggest need the Saints have on the offensive line right now is left guard, right? Eric McCoy's at center. You've drafted your bookend tackles the last 2 years. You still have Cesar Ruiz at right guard. You got to address left guard. I would love to see them do that in veteran free agency and not have another young player on that line of scrimmage. But if Chase Basantis, they feel like, is a plug-and-play guy and they can grab an interior offensive lineman there, I'd be perfectly fine with that. Incidentally, a few picks later, they have A.J. Halsey going 45 to the Baltimore Ravens. Doesn't that feel like that just fits? A.J. Halsey and the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, I understand Harbaugh is not there anymore, and it will feel and look differently for Baltimore. But, man, that would be impressive. With the first pick of round 3, they have the Arizona Cardinals taking Garrett Nussmeier, so 65 overall. I think that's relevant because, and it doesn't mean Nuss is going to go with the first pick of round 3 to Arizona, but it's relevant because before Senior Bowl, the conversation about Nussmeier had become late day 3 pick. Before the season, he was maybe the first quarterback off the board. Season went the way it did. It was late day 3 pick. Now he goes to the Senior Bowl as the MVP of the game and shines all week. Then he's projected in round 3. So the question starts to become, okay, go to the combine, perform well, answer questions, pass the medical, all that stuff. Does a team that needs a quarterback fall in love with you and you move up into being a top 50 pick? Are you inside the top 2 rounds? Can you move to the back of round 1 potentially? That's the conversation, I think, if Nuss goes to Indy next week and has a great week, we could start to have. It's why this is a good time to look at this as a benchmark, right? Like a placeholder, say this is where it stands now. Then let's look at it now and then assess after the combine. With the Saints' third pick at 73 overall, they got the Saints taking wide receiver Elijah Surratt from Indiana. That is a big-bodied receiver with strong hands, doesn't necessarily have the blazing speed that you'd love to see, but obviously a very productive college football player, and I think it does illustrate the value that you could find at different points in the draft if a guy like Surratt's sitting there at in round 3. So that's kind of a look at the 3-round mock. So Saints going edge rusher, offensive guard, receiver, 1, 2, 3. And then 3 LSU players coming off the board. Delane in round 1, Halsey round 2, Nussmeier at the top of round 3, according to this board. I'm going to look at the running backs because everyone wants to look at Jeremiah Love at 8 overall. But I think the more we talk about Love and the possibility of going 8 overall, the more you start to look at, okay, where are the other running backs on this board? And they've got Jonah Coleman from Washington, 64 to Seattle. And I think there was one more. Let me make sure I have this right. Here it is. It's the other Notre Dame running back, Jadarian Price at 82 to Minnesota. So it's not to suggest that you're going to get the best running back in the draft in round 2 or 3. It's just to suggest you can get value at running back later in the draft, which, of course, as you know, that's what I would like to see them do. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com, with locations all over South Louisiana. You know where to find them online at ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com, where they'll always offer you free tire repairs, even if you didn't buy the tires at Shaw Bills, just because Mr. Charlie 60 years ago said that's just the right thing to do for people. And it always surprises people when they go into Shaw Bills, yet maybe a leak or something, you need a tire repair, they'll put a patch on it, be like, you're good, good. No charge. That's just what they do at Shaw Bills. They treat you like family, and because they are so exceptional at the customer service aspect, it's literally in their customer bill of rights. They have a customer bill of rights stated on their website and in every store that they feel like you, as a customer walking through the door, things you are entitled to. And when you get treated great, you remember that, and so you come back year after year after year. Shaw Bills has perfected that for 6 decades now. It's Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. Name brand tires at wholesale prices. And, of course, they'll treat you like family. ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. Shaw Bills, we keep you rolling. All right, y'all, it's After Further Review. We're glad to have you hanging out with us here. Remember, you can always email us, tweet us, text us, 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Our parlays with the Otter did not hit last night, unfortunately. The long shot parlays did not hit, but another good night for the Otter on the hardwood. So we won with NC State, won with UCF, we won with SMU. Was Georgia? It won with Georgia last night as well, and that was it for last night. So good night, winning night for the Otter on the hardwood. We'll see what he's got for us when we come back to wrap up a busy Hump Day edition of AFR. Don't you move.
AFR.
We were talking earlier about Mike the Tiger because we were watching the game, the baseball game, and they showed video of Mike in his pool. I mean, imagine Mike the Tiger not having a pool. That'd be brutal. What's it like for you being outside in the summer in Louisiana? Pretty brutal. Unless if you have a pool. Because then summers in South Louisiana are awesome. Told you, Eric and I, the house we have now, we've been in almost 10 years. First house we've had that had a pool. I'll never live in another house without a pool. Make your backyard paradise a reality. And it's more affordable than you think. Listen, if you want to build a big, giant, beautiful, custom resort-style pool, outdoor kitchen, they can do that. As ornate, palatial a design as you want. They also have designs that start at $48,000. DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net. Check it out online. Make your dream a reality. DuplessisBuilders.net.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
The experts at Hood Dental Care want you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays. A $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care. Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And we always have other great giveaways for new patients. Check out hooddentalcare.com and schedule your appointment today.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates, we know each case and client are unique, and that no two cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed, which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. We're here to serve you.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on a Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Ship your medicine anywhere in the country. Yourgoodwood.com. One thing left to do, find out what we're betting on tonight. Time for Otterlocks.
Otterlocks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
You, Otter, what up?
What's going on, Matthew?
Another day, another dollar. Winning night last night again. So congrats on that.
Keep it going.
Let's keep
it going.
There we go. Ring your bell. There you go. We'll ring your bell. All right, what we got? What we're looking at tonight?
All right, let's start off in the SEC, and probably one of the worst luck teams in all of college basketball this year. It's the Oklahoma Sooners. So Porter Moser, their coach, was on the hot seat. They made it to the tournament last year. Back on the hot seat this year, and 3-9 in the league, Matt. But man, I mean, double-digit leads, lost to Alabama and Texas. A double buzzer beater at the end of regulation and into overtime in Como against Missouri. A blown lead with less than 25 seconds to go against Arkansas. We go on and on, but they are playing better. They won at Vanderbilt. They won by double digits Saturday against Georgia. They're getting 11.5 here against Tennessee. That's my favorite bet tonight, taking the Sooners plus a big number against Tennessee.
Okay.
Maryland and Northwestern. Maryland playing better. They kind of laid an egg in Piscataway against Rutgers on Sunday, but these two teams are very, very equal. Northwestern does not deserve to be favored by 7.5 over anybody. We're going to take the Terrapins and Buzz Williams in his first year at College Park. Maryland plus 7.5. Arizona was undefeated. They've lost 2 in a row. Double bounce back against BYU. Remember that game a few Mondays ago where they held on to beat BYU by 3 in Provo. It's 11.5, 12.5. We're going to take BYU plus the double digits. Randy McKay and his group also on it on our show today. Another one that Randy is on. That's down
to 10.5. That's down to 10.5, by the way, at DraftKings. Are there still 11s out there?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm driving right now. So,
that's fine. Just a heads up.
Yeah. But check the website.
Yes. The picks go live shortly after 3 p.m. Central every day at LouisianaSports.net. So get them online or on Twitter.
Another one I really didn't have an opinion on, but Randy swayed me. Mississippi State has had a rough year this year. I mean, here's a guy that's been in the tournament the last 2 years, but just hasn't worked out for State, including their third-year player, Hubbard, the all-time Mississippi high school scoring leader. But 4.5 at home against Auburn.
It's 5.5 now.
A little 5.5. That's better.
Even
That's
better.
Even better there. We're going to take the dog. Need more cowbell. Plus 5.5 against Stephen Pearl. Capital. Gotta love that nepotism in Auburn. And then Vandy in Missouri. Vandy in Missouri. This line is just going down and down and down. Maybe a sharp play on Missouri. So be it. Give me Vanderbilt minus a short number here and 2.5 in Columbia against Missouri. I think Vanderbilt, they're one of the last undefeated teams, lost 3 in a row. Now they've bounced back, won 4 out of 5. Vandy's much better than Missouri. We're taking the Commodores minus the 2.5.
By the way, that's back up to 3.5. So if you want to buy it down to 2.5, you can. But it's back up to 3.5 right now at DraftKings. All right, where are you tomorrow?
We are at Snow's Seafood and Steak at Airline Highway at Highway 74 in Gonzales.
All right. Good luck, Otter. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
All right, man. We're brought to you by Relief Windows, reliefwindows.com. Of course, Relief Windows, great sponsor of Jimmy and Charlie's show as well. Windows, door siding. They do shutters and blinds, too. It's Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. They're the title sponsor of our Monday shows all throughout the year. Call Brandon Holly and the gang. Better yet, go by the showroom on Airline Highway in Prairieville. Going south on Airline, you cross 42, about a quarter mile on the right. You can't miss it. Gorgeous showroom. Go shake some hands, see some people, see their beautiful 3D modeling. It's Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. Reliefwindows.com. All right, they'll do it for us here. Muse Pauly, thanks y'all. Have an awesome night. We'll see you tomorrow at 3.
AFR.
Oh, you're done with work? Oh, good. Awesome. Love that. So what are you going to do? You go home? I mean, LSU doesn't play tonight. Baseball game's already over. You going to watch some NBA? I don't know. I got an idea. How about you detour to Supper Club? Scone, that sounds great. I don't have a reservation. No worries. Tell you every day. But a year ago, they instituted open seating at the bar. So you can pop into Supper Club, which I love to do this. I love to go sit at the bar sometimes and just have dinner, have a cocktail or a glass of wine and eat dinner at the bar. 14 bar stools, 7 bar tables, open seating at the bar, always. So pop on in, have dinner tonight at Supper Club. Or you can take a chance. Maybe you can get a table tonight. See? SupperClubBTR.com, SupperClubBTR.com. It is always a great night to get by Supper Club.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. Earned both on the court and off. And every step along the way, I trust Our Lady of the Lake to keep me in the game.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for our state's world-class athletes because it takes a champion to care for champions.
On the court, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here, helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Supreme Jasmine is premium American-grown rice. From local farms to your table, every grain is supreme. Pick up a bag of Jasmine or any other of our Supreme American rice.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.